Power is helping businesses big and small. Visit georgiapower.com and tune in all year to discover how they're powering the future of Georgia. The Kimmer Show is live on your ride home on WFOM and W292 EV Marietta, a Dickey Broadcasting Station, XTRA 106.3.
Look out. It's only me. It's only the Kimmer with Pete Davis, sidekick, producer, and sports raconteur extraordinaire, with surrounded by underwater things of some sort, and Flounder at the controls there. Holy smokes. I saw underwater there, some aquarium or something, it looks like, with floating little, I don't know, is that coral or...
Yeah, it's like Lego coral.
Wow, that's really bizarre. Anyway, here we go. It's only Monday. All righty then. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, how are you? Here's the number, 404-741-1230. Pete Davis, weekend plans, exciting, fun stuff. You had your sleepover. I assume that was, fairly exciting of some kind. What was the
It went
adventure?
well. Sat around with some friends and shot the you-know-what, and then played putt-putt on Sunday in the steaming sun, and that was always fun to play putt-putt.
Oh my goodness. Wow, that's fantastic.
Shot a 20 on one hole.
Well, there you are. Well, you keep bashing that thing, it's got to go in eventually. Bounding off the sideboards. Never reach the end of it, but I got to keep trying. Anyway, and that sounds terribly exciting. And Flounder and Mrs. Flounder, what did she plan for you this weekend, sir? What
did we do? We went out to dinner on Saturday with family, and then
where'd you go? Did you go to a restaurant of your favorite?
I forget the name of the place. It's a seafood restaurant right off Alpharetta Highway.
Oh, okay. Excellent.
Okay.
And
I got a question for you.
there we are. Go ahead.
All right, you're playing putt-putt,
Yeah.
and there's two holes on the same hole. And one's up on top of a hill,
yeah.
and one's kind of to the right on the bottom. That's easy.
Yeah.
But if you hit the one on top of the hill, it can go down and go straight into the hole for a hole-in-one.
Well, there you
so
go.
do you act like a man and you go for the harder shot?
Yes, absolutely. You know, the freaking girl. Absolutely. Let
That's
the girls
why,
do it.
why I shot at 20.
Well, there you are. Well, you got to just, got to do the right thing. I mean, that's important. I try to feel like a man.
You're not a man.
I'm not a man. I'm a freaking science project. I swear. I'm a lab experiment. Look at me. God almighty. Falling apart anyway. And Flounder and Pete Davis, there we go, boys. It's Happy Monday. And by the way, a couple things. We're going to play a bunch of sound bites. A couple things. Flounder needs a race. Mr. Dickey. Well, he doesn't. He's never heard the show. Somebody tell Mr. Dickey that Flounder needs a race. This is incredible. All of a sudden, going to Flounder, he says, "What? I said, "Geez, I'm sorry. He's got like 9 freaking podcasts.
Monday is a busy morning.
Freaking morning. And so you're supposed to be working for this show. I mean, they make him do all these 9 other freaking shows and stuff. He's got stuff to do here. I rely on this anyway. So that's not fair. What?
It's called radio. That's what it is now.
I know. Anyway, so Flounder, I got a bunch of sound bites that Donald Trump will play for you. But here's the thing: at least twice today, Donald Trump once again went live, the Oval Office, opened up the doors, opened up the media, and said, "Here's what we're doing today." I mean, it was astounding. He did it the second time. In fact, they're playing back from earlier. He met with somebody, another foreign, South Korean president or some foreign, I don't know. But again, he just opens up the media to the press. And he talks about a million things. The first part was this morning while I'm at home working and stuff, getting good morning, and I'm taking notes. Well, he's all of a sudden they're asking him. He was signing his documents on. He wants people to go to jail for burning the flag and stuff like that. We'll talk about all these issues. But again, I'm telling you, Donald Trump twice today, at least twice, opened the doors and had the media and ran the country. I'm telling you, he reminds me of Tom Snyder. Donald Trump is like the world affairs talk show host. He's the producer. He's the director. It's the damnedest thing you ever saw. And he's just, he's doing all these things and he's signing documents. And by the way, he's rubbing their face in it. Donald Trump is actually saying, well, we're going to change it so you can go to jail for a year and no parole and no getting out early if you burn the American flag. Well, the Supreme Court's already ruled that you can burn the American flag. So clearly it's going to say, oh, yeah, well, we're going to make it inciting to riot. How about that? Well, they're going to go nuts. The Democrats are already screaming. And so this is just another thing. Donald Trump, did like 9 things today, signing documents, signing presidential orders. I mean, it's just boom, wham, pow. It's just one after another. And I'm telling you, it's like he's running. He's doing, boom over here and boom, bam, boom. And it's 100% full speed all the time. And it's live. I've never seen anything like. There's not another person in the world in any capacity of running a country that's ever been like this.
I can fix this flag thing. Of course, it's free speech to burn the flag.
Yeah.
But why not make a law that if you beat someone into the hospital who's doing it, there are no charges against you?
Well, what I wrote down here for mine is exactly that. But you could couch it by saying, therefore, at least in civil penalties, a person who deliberately burns the American flag as a form of protest should be responsible for the result. Mm-hmm. And boom, bam, and again, I was involved in this once back 50 years ago, but on the college campus, stopping a guy from doing it. But he lived. I mean, it was not a big deal. But still, I think clearly, if you are going to take responsibility for deliberately thumbing somebody's eyeball with rubbing their nose in it, then you've got to take responsibility for what happens. Flounder, are you trying to get me?
Yeah, Victor's on the horn. He wanted to comment on this.
Hey, Victor, welcome, my friend. Happy Monday. What do you think? What's up?
Hey, Timmer, it's Victor. You're Mexican, not afraid to be American. Whether you love Trump or not, This guy is really brilliant because what he's done again with this flag burning executive order, because you're right, he knows that the Supreme Court's already spoke about this. But what he's doing is he's creating, you watch, mark my words, the Democrats are now going to be on the side of burning flags,
right.
of flag burning the United States flag. The Democrats are going to have to take that side.
Yeah, they've already taken the side. They're already in favor of crime. They're already in favor of keeping illegal gang rapers in America. I mean, it's the damnedest thing.
Donald Trump is the king of finding these 80-20 issues, or 90-10. I don't think any American out there, except that small whack job leftist percentage of maybe 2 that wants to burn American flags. Well, Donald Trump's going to get them all to come out. The media's going to show it, and the Democrats will be on the side of flag burning.
You know what I'm thinking? You know what I'm thinking about right now? I think this must have been hysterical. At some point, Donald Trump must have called his staff people together and said, "Hey, I got an idea. I'm going to say if you burn the flag, you're going to prison for a year, and see how these numbskulls react to it." Yeah, Grandpa, that'd be great, Mr. President. I mean, he says, "Hey, I got an idea." I mean, I'm sure he's still going, yeah. I mean, my God.
Well, it's not that. It'll be the visual, because what's going to happen is a bunch of woke Democrats are going to start burning flags, and it's going to be perfect for Republicans in the upcoming election.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, yeah.
It'll be AOC and the gang of whack jobs that will sit around the Capitol, and they're going to burn the United States flag.
Yeah, they're going to be singing old Negro spirituals too. You know, we shall over. I mean, these people are freaking whack. Get all the old white people again and singing, folk songs or something. Oh my God! Hey, thanks, man. I've loved talking to this. This whole idea is just hysterical. I mean, as soon as I saw him doing it, oh my God, he's doing it on purpose. I mean, can you imagine? He said, "Hey, guys, I got an idea." I mean, just to make him go nuts. Anyway, it's hysterical. So anyway, what I was saying was, Donald Trump just starts, and then at some point he has to call off the meeting. But Flounder, God bless him, he's got like 6 or 7 or 8 sound bites from just a couple of these things, and we could, if there was a way to do it, if I could like record it at home or do something where I could just play the whole damn thing. I'm telling you, you've never seen anything like this, the way this man's running this country. Well, how he's reacting to stuff. I mean, he's funny, he's charming, he's witty. I mean, in fact, hey, Flounder, just for the hell of it, let's do this. He was making fun of that big fat
times 53.
What's that? You're on the radio. What's 32 times 53? I don't know. 1,500 and something. Did we know we're on the radio here?
Are we playing a cut here? What are we doing?
Yeah, I don't know. I heard Pete say something. I didn't know what he was trying to get my attention. Anyway, Donald Trump, among other things, was making fun of that big fat load governor in Illinois. Cut number 2, when he was talking about Pritzker, is now trying to talk about gerrymandering or everything else. Here's Donald Trump reacting to that governor of Illinois. Cut number 2.
I hate to barge in on a city and then be treated horribly by corrupt politicians and bad politicians like a guy like Pritzker. You had to spend more time in the gym, actually. This guy is a disaster. Gavin Newsom's a disaster. When we saved Los Angeles. You wouldn't have been able to have the Olympics in Los Angeles. You're barely able to have it now. They did lose 25,000 houses to a fire that should have never occurred because they didn't let the water come down from the Pacific Northwest, which you guys don't want to write about.
I mean, boom, wham, pow. It's just one after another. He gets 4 or 5 shots in one line. Anyway, 3:13. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. It's Monday. Here we go. Stand by on 106.3. Hope you're doing all right. How's your weekend? Look out.
Need more than just headlines on your ride to work? It's the Morning Extra, live from 6 to 10 a.m. tomorrow morning, only on XTRA 106.3 and the XTRA app.
I was going through some stuff. Look, I'm throwing out junk at my place, and I found some of my late father's ID cards from when he had 10,000 people working for him at GE, with 60, 70 or whatever it was ago. Anyway, Atlanta Safe House is where I'm keeping all my stuff, including my daughter's car title that she couldn't find. Anyway, Atlanta Safe House, stuff like documents and my living will and my medical records, which I didn't have saved down in Florida when I retired. You know the story. If you don't have it locked up and you lose it, it's your own fault. It's my fault. fault. I'm an idiot. Don't be an idiot like the Kimmer. Be better than the Kimmer. Atlanta Safe House, and this is huge for another few days till the end of August. Gigantic savings on Browning safes. Browning safe rebates. These rebates will save you a bundle. And don't forget also, no sales tax on gun safes at Atlanta Safe House. I mean, this is, and by the way, they have things like biometric electric locks. They have barrel rack sections in the safes, parts of safes for bows and arrows. I mean, they can do anything for you. Showroom in Ackworth on Industrial Boulevard. No sales tax on gun safes and huge rebates for the month of August. So you're running out of time the rest of this month. Tell them the Kimmer sent you. AtlantaSafeHouse.com.
Back to school means back to traffic in Atlanta. If traffic mishaps land you in trouble with the law, it's important to know who to call. Call A Second Chance Bail Bonds. We handle bonds from local to federal for any jail in any city. And in most cases, we can have you or your loved one out in a matter of hours. A Second Chance. It's better to know us and not need us than need us and not know us. Call A Second Chance 24/7 at 404-BAIL-OUT. That's 404-BAIL-OUT. Or online at atlbail.com.
Looking for the perfect car, truck, or SUV? Jim Ellis Buick GMC has you covered. With a huge selection of new and used vehicles, finding the right fit is easy.
Whether it's a Buick Enclave or Envision, a GMC Acadia or Yukon, or the power of the Sierra and Canyon trucks. And the best part, you're never alone in the process.
Their expert sales team helps match you with the right vehicle, while their finance specialists make buying simple and stress-free.
With decades of experience, Jim Ellis Buick GMC understands the importance of offering an expansive inventory that fits every driving performance, style, and budget need. Plus, every new Buick and GMC comes with cutting-edge technology, premium comfort, and advanced safety features so you can drive with confidence.
Already a Buick or GMC owner? Well, keep it running like new with their state-of-the-art service center staffed by factory-trained technicians who know your vehicle inside and out. Start your search at JimEllisBuickGMC.com or shop in person in Chamblee off Peachtree Boulevard, inside the Perimeter, or in Beaufort off Highway 20 near 985. Jim Ellis, Buick GMC, we are professional grade.
Gentlemen, listen up. When it's not hard, it's really hard. Did you know that 50% of men over 50 have some form of ED? It's true, and I'm one of them. ED followed me everywhere. Heck, even my initials are ED. I'm Dr. Eric Deal from Total Body Therapy of Georgia, and I know ED. It can lead to feelings of embarrassment, stress, and sadness. But there's good news. I can fix it. I fixed mine, and I can fix yours too. At Total Body Therapy of Georgia, we are experts in the P-shot, testosterone replacement, regenerative therapy, Trimix to create an erection, and more. Guys, ED won't get better on its own, but I can help you today. Call us at 404-777-1911. That's 404-777-1911, or learn about us more online at tbtofga.com. So take it from me, ED, Dr. Eric Deal at Total Body Therapy of Georgia. Call 404-777-1911 or online at tbtofga.com.
The right partner makes all the difference. For more than 185 years, we've forged personal relationships with our customers and communities, funding economic development and rallying around the causes that are important to our neighbors. With the technology, products, and expertise you'd expect from a big bank and the local decision-making and commitment to community from your neighborhood bank, United Bank Shares is your trusted financial partner for life. Learn more at bankwithunited.com. United Bank Shares, member FDIC.
Hey, it's Los. We're here with Tom Mitchell, the honest car guy. Tom, I've learned a lot about this car buying process from you. Is that typical of most of the clients you've worked with?
Yeah, I'm finding out it's even more typical. I mean, people are learning more and more, and maybe it's because I overload them with information because I want to be able to sleep at night. I want to make sure you know everything.
Do I have to have a particular make and model in mind when I call you, or is it just open to anything I want?
It's open. I can get any make, any year, any model.
I might be looking to trade in my vehicle. Can you accommodate that as the honest car guy?
For sure. I mean, we love it when people want to trade in cars because, honestly, it's best for you to trade in a car. Why? Because you get a tax savings.
Friends, if you're in the market for a pre-owned car, truck, or SUV, get an honest car buy from the honest car guy. You pay what we pay, plus an honest fee, and we back that up by giving you the bill of sale. That's our transparency guarantee. Call 844-SHOW-ME-1. That's 844-SHOW-ME, the number 1, or visit honestcarguy.com.
All right, check this out now. It was 2014 on this day. Led Zeppelin's Whole Lotta Love was voted the greatest guitar riff of all time. The rock classic came out on top of a list of 100 guitar riffs drawn by a panel of radio, music DJs, critics, record producers, and so forth. Number 1, Whole Lotta Love, Led Zeppelin. Number 2, Sweet Child O' Mine by Guns N' Roses. Back in Black by AC/DC next, then Smoke on the Water, Deep Purple. But Whole Lotta Love, number 1, greatest guitar riff.
Figured I would have paid attention and had that song. This is the
I was
riff right
waiting.
here.
I was kind of just going slowly, hoping that. Now I was thinking to myself, I don't think this is a whole lot of love, but
that does not beat Brown Sugar.
No. Well, I was going to ask you guys because I don't know squat about rock and roll, but you guys are like
Layla.
rock and roll. I mean, rock and roll to me is the
Working Man.
It's the Beach Boys and the Kingston Trio and Peter, Paul, and Mary. Okay, and anyway. So now, greatest guitar riffs of all time. Pete Davis, are they wrong here or what?
They're wrong. That's up there, but they're wrong. Layla, Brown Sugar, Can't You Hear Me Knocking. There's a whole bunch. That
Money for Nothing.
Flounder's going to ask you too. Whole lot of love. Da-da-da. That's very hard to pick. You could probably do a list of the 10.
And it depends on genre too. I mean,
there's a lot of it. But you could go back. Well, I mean, you could be
and
ridiculous.
the AC/DC stuff is just great.
Anyway, Kimber, Pete, and Flounder. It's Monday, 3:21 on the old clock-a-rooney, and here's the number 404-741-1230. Our birthday list includes that chubby little Rachel Ray. I like her. I'll bet she's a good kisser. I like those squeezers. Rachel Ray. She's been gaining a lot of weight.
Squeezer.
Well, she's a squeezer.
Make a noise when you squeeze.
No, we've talked about this before. And she, she's a cooker, and I'll bet she's one of those ladies who believes in the big three. What are
that? What are the big three?
Feed him, love him, and thank him for being a man. Yeah. Anyway, Rachel Ray is 57 years old today. And by the way, speaking of gaining weight, holy crap! I'm just flipping around over the weekend watching a ball game of some kind. I was thinking Yankees highlights or something. And Tom Selleck was their guest in the studio. And I put the video on Facebook and YouTube. Holy moly! Tom Selleck has gained 400 pounds. I mean, oh my God! I mean, still, he's a great-looking guy. He's got great hair. I mean, he's still. But holy cow! I mean, I thought it was fake. It
looks fake.
It did,
like a pillow.
It did look like he put a pillow in there.
You can't carry that much weight in the 80s like he is.
No.
That's really bad.
I felt bad. I mean, I don't know what. I don't know what's going on. Maybe he can't get around and he can't exercise. I don't know. But I'll tell you what, I've started exercising again. Just my general pull like I need it now.
But you started about 15 minutes ago?
Yeah, no. Hey, you want me to take off my shirt again? I take off my shirt right here, right now.
Do not take your shirt off.
I'll be very happy to take off my shirt right now.
No, you're not taking your shirt off. And don't quit shoving your shirt down in your pants. Who does that? Don't tuck your shirt in.
I thought you were spying. Now everybody
tucking your shirt on is out.
I know, that's what I thought. I thought, and plus, our quarterback down the hall, he's one of these like a freaking model. His shirt's all tucked in, his pants are pressed and everything. Yeah.
He can do that.
Well, all right.
Flounder, go in there in front of the camera and show Kimber how you're supposed to wear a shirt.
Keep your hands
you
off
have a
my
nice shirt on today for once.
All right. Well, Flounder has. Well, all right, but he's got a long sleeve, casual shirt, and those look.
This shirt is made.
Is that the kind made to be untucked? Is that an untucked shirt, actually?
It's not from Untuck It, no, but it's just...
It's not because they do have the Untucked brand, but that's not the Untucked brand. Well, now he's got a T-shirt on, though, too.
Well, get him behind you, because we can't see him.
Oh, for God's sakes. Oh, yeah, you got to come over here, I think.
Yeah, you got to come over there.
I can't tell you.
Close.
Oh, there
we are. See, there he is.
Yeah.
See, it's untucked. That's a good look.
Yeah, but I can't pull off that. I look like a slob. I mean, plus it goes down to about here, and it's straight. So it looks like I'm wearing a freaking dress.
Well, it looks like you got that belt up to your nipples. I mean...
Well, it's in my waist. My belly button is above... Here's my belly button. Here's my belt buckle. My belly button is above my belt buckle. Just for the record. That's just where it is.
See,
well, you're wearing your freaking pajamas. Jesus.
The work life of Pete Davis.
My God. Anyway. All right, boys. 324, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. Now we've settled some of the important things. Did I ever do a history thing? Hold on. I got to do a history thing because I think I like this one. Oh, this is pretty cool, too. On this day in 1835, now, there are two different versions of this story. This is the one that I like the best because it explains the most thing about the moon hoax. Have you heard about this? The moon hoax. 1835, this day, the first of 6 articles published in the New York newspaper The Sun about discovery of life on the moon. 1835. The article describes fantastic animals on the moon: bison, goats, unicorns, bipedal tailless beavers, and bat-like winged humanoids who built temples. 1835, we're talking. 6 articles in the Sun newspaper in New York. The discoveries were made with an immense telescope of an entirely new principle, unquote. The hoax story greatly increased the sales of the Sun even after it was exposed. The discoveries were falsely attributed to Sir John Herschel, one of the best-known astronomers of the time. Now, check this out. Edgar Allan Poe believed the articles plagiarized one of his stories, so he perpetrated the balloon hoax on the Sun as a form of revenge. The date of the hoax coincided with the anniversary of Galileo Galilei's demonstrating his telescope to Venetian lawmakers. I mean, it just Edgar Allan Poe involved in this with a balloon hoax. Holy smokes. And the story of the moon hoax. All right, 325, Cover Pete and Flounder. This, I didn't know the story until this morning. It's a pretty interesting story about a 10-year-old girl. Her name is Kendall Ray Johnson. Kendall Ray Johnson is from Cordele, Georgia. She has just been presented a scholarship check from South Carolina State University for $83,800. The school says we're genuinely inspired by Kendall Ray's focus and maturity. It's not every day you meet a 10-year-old who talks about microorganisms, crop counts, and longhorn cattle. She's remarkable. She's an Atlanta native, went to the college campus as the youngest USDA certified farmer in America. The girl's 10. She earned the 1890 Agriculture Innovation Scholarship covering tuition, fees, books, room, and board. Their commitment to recruit, retain, train, and graduate a career-ready workforce for agriculture businesses. On a tour of the campus, she went to a hands-on robot workshop, toured the 300-acre research and demonstration farm. Her mom says, I'm surprised she wasn't screaming out loud. You don't see kids these days doing amazing things, get these opportunities. She was the youngest certified farmer in the state of Georgia when she was 6. She started gardening with her great-grandmother when she was 3, growing collard greens in the back porch. She loves to make community fresh fruits and vegetables to the neighbors, and when they grow in, she has them over to pretend they're doing grocery store stuff. She began planting her favorite seeds in the dirt when she was 4, and then would have her friends over to help pick them up. She's a kind of... Anyway, she's 10. And they now, I assume they're going to hold the scholarship until she's able to go to college, but still, $83,000 from South Carolina State University. The girl's 10 years old, and her parents say this is what she loves, and she's studying. I mean, she knows her stuff. You know, soil chemistry, and good for her. She's a certified farmer. Statewide and nationally, the youngest USDA certified farmer. 10 years old. Good for her. 328. And one more thing. Pete found this. I at one point had heard about this, and there's no way I could have done it because I wasn't that kind of guy and that kind of time. But what a thing to think about. Taking the Appalachian Trail, the whole damn thing. The Appalachian Trail for hikers is, I guess, pretty much as good as you can get.
Holy Grail.
Yeah, the Holy Grail. And there's the guy who did it. The second guy to ever do the whole trail was Gene Epsey, who just passed away at the age of 97. The second person to through hike, they call it through hike all the way the Appalachian Trail. His journey was in 1951. He was a Georgia Tech grad, 7th grade teacher in his hometown of Cordele, Georgia. That's where the little girl's from.
Yeah.
I didn't realize. I just realized it just now. Be damned. Anyways, from Cordele, graduated from Georgia Tech. and went to Mount Oglethorpe, Georgia, the southern terminus at the time in 1951 in May, on the 31st of May. He went with a friend. After the first day, the friend said, I can't do this. So Espy said, well, don't worry about it. I'll take it the rest of it myself. The journey is more than 2,000 miles.
Yeah.
On the journey, Espy frequently went an entire week without seeing a human. The trail, completed only a few years earlier, before 1951, was basically just wilderness. Espy traveled light. He would mail supplies to himself and lived on a simple no-cook diet of sandwiches and dehydrated food. He started out in May 1951 and got to Mount Katahdin, I'm not sure how you pronounce it, in September 1951. It took him 123 days, 2,000 miles plus. He's inducted into the Appalachian Trail Hall of Fame and the Georgia Appalachian Trail Club. People remember seeing him all the time at the Amicalola Falls State Park. He would share his stories and talk about hiking equipment. And Gene Espy passed away at the age of 97. The Appalachian Trail.
Starts near me, ends in Maine.
Yeah, that's got to be unbelievable. I mean, just think about, of course, that's what the pioneers did. They all walked across the country. Wow. All right, 3:30, Kimmer P. Flounders. Monday, how you doing? Join us if you feel like it. I don't know, if you feel like it. Anyway, you might feel like it.
The Kimmer Show is live until 6 p.m. and XTRA 106.3 has the rest of your night covered with Jesse Kelly up next. Fox Across America with Jimmy Fela at 9 p.m. and The Guy Benson Show at midnight. All live on XTRA 106.3 and the XTRA app.
I'm talking about windy, stormy, rainy stuff, man. If you got leaky windows, I got the solution. Peach State Windows. The family business, Jeff and his lovely bride, and I've worked with them first 25 years ago. I'm a Hardy Plank guy. I love Hardy Plank on my house. I had to build there. But he's known for the windows, of course, double hung vinyl, special big time energy saving and stuff like that. Known for their, and of course, the more you need, the more you're going to save. Always sales. They have financing plans for, I don't know, how about 0% for like a year and so forth. I mean, check it out. Peach State Windows. Here's the number, 770-485-8011, peachstatewindows.com.
September is Fan Appreciation Month at Truist Park. The fun begins as the Seattle Mariners come to town, September 5th through the 7th. The weekend includes live music before the game, as well as Grunge Night and Flannel Fest, all on Friday the 5th. Come dressed in your best 90s or grunge gear, and you may win free tickets to another game. To round out the weekend on Sunday the 7th, the first 3,000 kids will receive a beaded necklace, just like you see the players repping on the field.
Swung on, hit high and deep to left field. And that is gone! Home run! Braves lead!
Then, Dansby Swanson and the Cubs roll into town. September 8th through the 10th, presented by the Governor's Office of Highway Safety. Fans can enjoy 2 gate giveaways, including the Michael Harris II scooter bobblehead, presented by Xfinity, followed by the replica jersey giveaway, presented by Coke. See all of the fun this September and get your tickets at Braves.com/promos. Atlanta Braves Baseball. We are Braves country.
When you buy a Subaru from Subaru of Gwinnett, you're buying more than a vehicle. You're buying safety for your family and something that will last a long, long time. In other words, you're buying trust. For a limited time, you can celebrate amazing offers on the all-new Forester, Crosstrek, or Outback during the Subaru A Lot to Love event, now through September 2nd. And you'll love more than just your new Subaru. You'll love the dedicated staff at Subaru of Gwinnett. With some of the best service specials in the area and a team you know you can trust, you'll ride with peace of mind knowing that Subaru of Gwinnett has your back. During the Subaru A Lot to Love event, you'll find the Subaru model you've always dreamed about at a price that makes that dream come true. But you need to get in by September 2nd to take advantage. We'll make it easy. Just start with a test drive, and before you know it, you'll be in the Subaru you love. Start your shopping online at SubaruofGwinnett.com, then stop by on Satellite Boulevard in Duluth. SubaruofGwinnett.com.
Hey, this is Matt from East Cobb. We basically bought our house from our in-laws. It was my wife's childhood home. One of the issues that we've had when we first moved in was our dog in our backyard. It was extremely shaded, could never grow grass back there. We resodded it twice. So ATL Turf Co. did an amazing job with our backyard transformation. They basically created a miniature golf hole. We have a miniature fairway. We also have a miniature little putting green. Consists of about 4 holes, total about 40 yards, so you can definitely work on your short game and your putting. After that transformation that ATL Turf Co. did for us, my father-in-law came and saw his house the way it looked after the fact of we had a putting green and a miniature golf course. Sure enough, he did the same thing with ATL Turf Co. He has a beautiful backyard, wonderful stonework, drainage, and a beautiful practice area for chipping and putting. Check him out online at atlturfco.com.
Hey there, I'm Tara, owner and publisher of Our Town Monthly, where you'll find local voices, familiar faces, and community businesses like Bubalo Medical.
Hey guys, it's Dr. Bubalo, and for 24 years, we've helped Atlanta look better, feel better, and perform their best. Our clinics provide expert care in weight loss, hair restoration, testosterone therapy, intimate health, and with our Bubalo Care membership, our patients gain access to at-cost medical services, advanced peptides, biological age tracking, and so much more. Want to know how fast you're really aging and how to turn back the clock? Give us a call at 404-998-4194 or visit mybioage.org to get started. That's mybioage.org.
Friends, it's time to take charge of your health and focus on you. There's no better time than now. And remember, Our Town is your town at Our Town Monthly.
That's the old Beatles. Yeah. P.S. I Love You. Oh, mercy. It's back when I was courting my wife, Hoppo. In fact, I got her a piece of jewelry for Christmas, and on the back of it, I put P.S. I Love You, which was when this P.S. I Love You was a huge hit song. 2010, a selection of previously unseen photographs of the Beatles went on display in Liverpool at a museum, taken by Astrid Kirchner, the former girlfriend of the original bass player Stuart Sutcliffe, who took pictures of the band's early years after meeting them in Hamburg in 1960. It included images of the Beatles on holiday in Tenerife and the making of their film A Hard Day's Night in 1964. Oh, I think I've seen some of these, and they're very candid. And they're showing them like having fights or being upset. I mean, it showed kind of weird stuff in their rooms and arguing. So anyway, so it's pretty cool. So I guess that's when it actually went on display in 2010. Let's see. Our birthday list includes Blake Lively. Now, Blake Lively is very sexy. I'm just, as a guy, the first thing you would think about Blake Lively is that she's half nuts, I think, probably, and a little psycho, but in a good way, in a girl way, and very sexy. And she's 38 years old today. She was in Gossip Girl, The Shallows, Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants, and it ends with Us, which is where she's been in the news. And now we haven't covered this story because we don't do a lot of showbiz stuff. Blake Lively is 38 for the record, a birthday list here, but she has been involved with suits and countersuits with the producer of the show It Ends With Us, and there was an issue over whether she claimed that he had been sexually over the line with her, and then he said, no, we have a sex coach. And so have you been following this at all, Pete?
It's another actor, and I could care less between the two.
Yeah, I know. We haven't talked about it ever. We haven't since it happened. This is the first time I've ever mentioned her name in regard to this story. But there is if you're into this kind of thing, you know what more than I would. I'm talking about. There was an issue with another actor, and again, they have lovemaking coaches on set now at these movies, and they're supposed to tell you, well, you can touch, underneath her left breast with just 2 fingers. I mean, it's literally where they map it out, choreographed everything. And she apparently was complaining something, and then he said, no, they were flirting with each other. I don't know. But anyway, Blake Lively's in the news, and she's married to Flash Gordon. What's his name, the actor? Kirk Cameron? Not that.
Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds, yeah. I love Ryan. I think Ryan Reynolds is a great actor.
Okay. Her movie, The Shallows, about her against that shark.
Yeah, that we
pretty
don't.
good movie.
Yeah, well, you like it because she took her clothes off. Give me a break.
She's in a bikini.
Oh,
she's not my type either. She's not my type. That's a good movie. The shark was pretty well scary.
Isn't that where they left her on the boat and she had to fight off and they were going to,
No, she's with somebody else and they're surfing somewhere off Mexico or somewhere, and the other one gets eaten and she's stuck on a rock out in this bay.
Oh, my.
And is trying to get to the beach, and that shark won't let her to the beach.
Oh, how does she get off? How does she do it? What happens?
I won't tell you.
Oh, I said it's an old movie. It's 25 years old. How does she get off? Oh, my God. Ladies and gentlemen, 404-741-1230. Flounder, I swear to God, if you censor these, I'm coming in there. 404-741-1230. I want somebody to tell me how the girl got off the rock in the Shallows. As simple as that. It's an old movie. There's not a spoiler thing. It's not on tonight.
Why don't you watch it? It's a good movie.
I don't have it. I don't have the fingernail app at Best Buy. I got to go and get one of those apps to get, net farts and with all the other freaking... And by the way, speaking of that, thank you very much, Comcast. So I'm riding my chopper this Sunday afternoon, and I damn near get hit again by a girl, a beautiful blonde in an SUV, who's looking down in her lap at her phone as she swerves into my lane. Okay. So what I did, I was taping the golf tournament because I wanted to see the ending out at East Lake. I played there, it's a Bobby Jones course, stuff like that. And the guy was going to win, and I wanted to win because it's a tribute to the little guy. He's 30-something years old. His wife is 57. So, it was a great story. He's never won on the PGA Tour, but he's won in Europe. Anyway, Tommy, what's his name? The little guy we really like. Fleetwood. Thank you very much. Oh, stop yelling at the camera. All right, so I taping it to come back and watch the end of the tournament so I wouldn't miss it. So I come back, I turn on the TV. It's a little after 6. At 6:30, the TV goes blank. You've lost internet connection. No, you've lost internet connection. I didn't lose internet connection, Comcast. You lost my internet connection. So I finally diggly-dockly, bing, bang, pop, crap, and I finally get the freaking thing back. And so anyway, but again, here we go. I forgot what I was talking. Oh, the movie. I don't have that movie. I don't have the movie. It's not coming on. Therefore, I want to know how the girl got off the rock in the Shallows. I could Google it. If I don't, I swear to God, if I don't hear from anybody by 4 o'clock, I'm Googling it.
In the shark's belly.
Oh my God, they ate her? Oh, Lordy.
Mm-hmm.
There was another movie out that I did not want to watch about people, and this was a true story, about people who went on a scuba diving trip, and they all got back on the boat, and the boat took off, and there were 2 people still in the water.
Yeah.
In the middle of the ocean.
Ooh, yeah.
And I don't think that ended well, and I didn't want to watch that one, because I just, I can't imagine. I just, it's coming, and you just, here they come and take the first, I wonder what the first bite will feel like, Anyway. Oh, God, I didn't even want to talk about my history thing now. 341. Okay, by the way, this just in. I just saw this just now. Is this New York Post or Fox? I think this is Fox. Let me check. Fox News just came out. Cracker Barrel admits it could have done a better job. Cracker Barrel admitted today that it could have done a better job sharing who we are and who we'll always be after customers expressed outrage over the restaurant chain's new logo. In the last few days have shown us anything, it's how deeply people care about Cracker Barrel. We're truly grateful for your heartfelt voices. Oh, my foot. Anyway, you've also shown us that we could have done a better job sharing who we are and who we'll always be. What is not and will never change, the values Cracker Barrel was built on when the Lebanese, Tennessee batch of were family-based hard work and scratch-cooked food made with care for the thing. Yeah, it values offering a place where everyone feels at home, regardless of where they are from or where they are headed. Well, see, now there you go. There you are. If you're pointing that out, you're making a specific point to say, no matter what color your skin is, or where you're from, or whether you're gay, tranny, or anything else, which is fine, but it shouldn't be a thing. I mean, why are you trying to?
Have you seen the latest design, the inside of the thing?
I know they still have the gift shop, but it's apparently they've taken away any kind of country stuff. It's
a boutique.
Yeah,
it's a boutique. So it's a TJ Maxx, and it basically looks like a Bed Bath & Beyond threw up in an airport.
Yeah,
that's what it looks like.
Yeah, I've heard that it kind of looks like a girl's gift shop. A lady, a place you would walk in, ladies would go into to smell the nice perfume
Marshalls.
and look at the stuff. Yeah.
Marshalls.
Yeah. Or TJ's or something. I don't know. Anyway, well, fine. So there you go, Cracker Barrel. So you missed the mark, so now you're going to suffer. They've already lost $100 million in stock, more, I think, than that now. Over $100 million in stock value. So whatever. I mean, you made the decision. You wanted to do it that way. The guy that you just put on your board made his living as a DEI professional. That's what he did for a living when they voted him on the Cracker Barrel board. So, you shouldn't be surprised when this happened that he did, and you got the result.
Two of the top three investors in there are, BlackRock and Vanguard.
Yeah, well, there you are. And I there's got to be, I don't know anything about, deep money, dark money, investor stuff, world stuff like that at all, But BlackRock and what's the other one? Vanguard.
Big DEI, and one of them CEO has been on tape saying for a while now that you have to force people to do things. People don't want to do stuff, so we're going to force them to do it.
These are the ones who made companies kowtow to their ways with the DEI boards and so forth. Anyway.
Robbie's on the horn. He wanted to chime in on Cracker Barrel.
Hey, Robbie. Welcome, sir. Happy Monday. How's it going? What do you think?
I just can't believe that. It used to be so neat to go to Cracker Barrel, and they had the fire in the fireplace. It felt like you was going to Grandma's house. And the rosin baked potatoes. Do you remember those? Oh, it was so good.
I think the last time...
It's just not as good anymore.
I know. The last time I went to Cracker Barrel, and it's been a while, I tried to get the biscuits and gravy, and I don't even think they had it. I had to ask them to make it or something. It was just damnedest thing. And I thought, wait a minute. Cracker Barrel was an experience. It was, I don't know. It was like visit. It was like, I don't know. It's not the same. And again, they're saying, they have to do it to keep up. I guess they were losing money, and this surely isn't the right. Robbie, I don't know. It doesn't seem like it's working to me. I don't know.
It's always backed up, or it used to be whenever you got off the interstate at one. Unless you hit it early in the morning or middle of the day, certain times it was backed out the door.
Yep, I remember. In fact,
what they've done wrong.
I remember those. I remember, in fact, doing exactly that. Taking cross-country trips, and if you can find a Cracker Barrel, but they're mobbed, and you can't find a place to park. Well, then you've screwed up. Yeah.
And the food was always the same.
Yeah,
it didn't matter if it was here in Pennsylvania or anywhere, and you could count on it being great.
Yeah.
And it's not been that way for a few years now.
Yeah. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Have yourself a good day. Be careful out there. It's 3:45. Kimber, Pete, and Flounder. Coming up, some more Donald Trump stuff. I mean, and that I told you that freaking guy was not going to spend a day in freaking jail. That Garcia guy, they're going to send him to Uganda, where, by the way, their official language is English. So it's not like he's going to someplace to serve in the jungle where nobody speaks anything he can understand. I mean, he should be going there after he serves his prison term. Anyway, let's cover Pete and Flounder.
Stream Atlanta's only conservative voice anywhere you go with the XTRA 106.3 app. Now equipped with Apple CarPlay. That means you'll always have Extra's crystal clear HD stream right on your dashboard no matter where you are. Download the all-new XTRA 106.3 app now and start streaming.
It either is or it isn't. When it comes down to it, that's all that really matters when choosing a certified pre-owned Mercedes-Benz. It's either certified by Mercedes-Benz factory-trained and certified technicians, or it isn't. It's either backed by an unlimited mileage warranty for up to 7 years, or it isn't. Welcome to the RBM of Atlanta's Dog Days of Summer sales event, now through September 2nd. Come in today and take advantage of finance rates as low as 2.99% APR special financing on select models. In addition, you'll receive unlimited confidence with Mercedes-Benz's unlimited mileage warranty, delivering continued assurance for up to 7 years. Contact RBM of Atlanta for details and see how to qualify. We'd love to welcome you to the RBM of Atlanta family. Not all offers apply to all vehicles, and special financing available only to qualified customers exclusively from Mercedes-Benz Financial Services through September 2nd, 2025. Contact RBM of Atlanta for details on this and other exciting offers. Visit us at rbmofatlanta.com or call us at 770-390-0700 for details.
Military veterans are eager to transfer their skills and experiences to civilian life, but lack trusted connections to expedite their path to success. That is, until they meet the Warrior Alliance. The Warrior Alliance goes the extra mile to reach veterans in their communities so they do not have to take this journey alone. With over 40 partners across 10 service areas, your donation goes a long way toward achieving maximum impact for a veteran and their family. Go to thewarrioralliance.org to donate today and commit to helping the Warrior Alliance change thousands of lives for the better.
Summer is here, and it's time to enjoy your outdoor oasis as a family. Don't know where to begin? At Stoval and Company, we have everything you need to make your landscaping dreams come true. From premium mulch and topsoil to a wide variety of plants, trees, shrubs, and annuals, Stoval has it all. Check us out at stovalinc.com.
Hey, it's a Kimmer. Okay, you're driving along. Suddenly you hear that horrible sound of metal and crunching. It's an accident. Even if it's a little minor fender bender, man, that could be a nightmare. First, obviously, take care of yourself. But before you make a deal with an insurance company or anybody else, call David Van Sant with Van Sant Law. You know why? Because he used to work for the insurance company, so he knows how to get the right settlement and right away. Van Sant Law. Don't forget, if you don't get paid, they don't get paid. Protecting your interests. Insurance is great, but it's complicated. 855-GA-INJURY or vansantlaw.com.
Couple years ago, I was in the bathroom at the airport when I dropped my smartphone in the toilet. Not smart. I was multitasking when I should have been focused on the job at hand. Embarrassing, but I'm not alone. According to Google, 7 million other multitaskers accidentally dropped their phones into the bowl last year. A gentle reminder that right now you can get yourself a brand new Samsung Galaxy A36 absolutely free with a $35 plan from Pure Talk. The A36 comes with scratch-resistant Gorilla Glass and a battery that'll last all day, along with unlimited talk, text, and data on America's most dependable 5G network. In other words, it's tough and smart. Something to think about next time you're multitasking in the necessary. Just dial pound 250, say keyword micro to get your free phone today. You can make the switch in just 10 minutes. That's pound 250. Say micro to switch to a no-nonsense smartphone and a company that actually stands for something. Pure Talk.
Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, 350. It's Monday. Look out. Here we go now. Little Aerosmith. "2006, Aerosmith bass player Tom Hamilton was undergoing treatment for throat cancer, causing him to sit out the first half of the band's Root of All Evil tour, the first time he would miss any shows in the band's history. In 2006, longtime band buddy David Hull filled in for Hamilton until he could make it back again. Aerosmith, 2006. Our birthday list today includes, the magnificent Claudia Schiffer. Claudia Schiffer is 55 years old today, famous model. She was the cover girl for 500 magazines, 500 times. She was the first model ever to be put on the cover of Rolling Stone magazine. I didn't know that. I don't know what the story was or why they did it, but because they didn't normally do that kind of thing. They did never do that kind of thing. Claudia Schiffer, 55. And on this day in history was 1939. The 1900 children's novel, The Wonderful Wizard of Oz by Frank Baum. Movie release starring Judy Garland as a Kansas farm girl Dorothy, knocked unconscious in a tornado, yellow brick road, with Toto, the Emerald City, to meet the Wizard of Oz, with the Tin Man, Scarecrow, Cowardly Lion, Wicked Witch of the West. Kansas scenes were shot in black and white, but Oz appears in vivid Technicolor, which in 1939 was brand new. It was nominated for Academy Award for Best Picture, but lost to Gone with the Wind. It was 1939, after all. The Wizard of Oz did win Best Song for Over the Rainbow, and that was Judy Garland's signature song. Filmed at Culver City, California, it was a modest success. That was 1939, but when it was shown on TV for the first time, 45 million people in 1956 watched it, and since then it's been on a million times. Famous lines include, "There's no place like home," and "Toto, I've a feeling we're not in Kansas anymore." By the way, the story of the two women fighting over a pair of shoes with the witch and Dorothy. Buddy Epson was originally cast to be the Tin Man, but he had to quit the film because he had an allergic reaction to the silver makeup. To be
Almost
Tin Man.
killed him.
Yeah.
It was L. Frank Baum, by the way.
Ah, well, there you are. I thought it was Frank L. Baum, and I don't do middle initials. So there you. By the way, speaking of things, did you hear about the young, like a 21 or 22-year-old girl, like a law student or a lawyer, who went in for a one of those things they put you in the tube to give you the full body scan, MRI, and they gave her the dye, the blood dye first, and she died.
Magnetic?
Anaphylactic shock to the dye, the dye they checked when they put in your system. I've had that done.
Great. That's reason number 1,000 why I will never get in an MRI tube again.
Yeah. Is that the one to go boom, boom, boom like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
It sounds like it's about to explode around you, and you're like in a coffin.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. No, thanks a lot. I'll take the cancer, really, seriously. So it'd be fine.
It has cockroaches in there crawling all over, trying to drop on your face.
There was a guy in the back. It's not good. Anyway, here we go. All right, Donald, here we go. 3:53. Donald Trump, God, I swear to God, he's like Tom Snyder. He's a talk show host running the country, running the world. I mean, it's just fantastic. Today, Donald Trump rubbing the Democrats' noses in it. He said, "Hey, I got an idea. Let's ban flag burning again." He knows the Supreme Court said you can't ban flag burning. You can't make it a crime because it's covered by the Constitution as freedom of expression. Well, he did it anyway. But also some other. He had two different meetings today where Donald Trump just opened up the White House and told people what's going on. In fact, Flounder, let's play a couple of cuts here. Let's play cut number 1, where Donald Trump was talking about California trying to fight him, redistricting, stuff like that, and he's going to sue. Cut number 1, sir.
Mr. President, what about Gavin Newsom? You mentioned Gavin Newsom on crime.
Gavin Newsom, yes.
Is there a federal mechanism you're hoping to use to fight back against his redistricting constitutional amendment, or is that?
Well, I think I'm going to be filing a lawsuit pretty soon. And I think we're going to be very successful in it. We're going to be filing it through the Department of Justice. That's going to happen.
By the way, Donald Trump, again, twice today, for like a couple hours, he went live and just showed the world how he's running the country and how he's reacting to things. He talked about drug prices. He talked about Russia and China denuclearizing everything else. Flounder, let's play cut number 5. He also talked about the business with raiding lawyers' offices and so forth. He talked about what they did at Mar-a-Lago. Cut number 5, Flounder, if you want.
No, they raided Mar-a-Lago. They started that. These were bad people that we had in our government before. They raided Mar-a-Lago. They went into my wife's area. They went into my son's area, my young son. And what they did was a disgrace. I guess it didn't work out too well for them, did it? They are bad people. They're sick. They're sick people. And they came in with their guns into Mar-a-Lago. Like 98 people. I wasn't there. Fortunately, I wasn't there. But they are very evil, very sick people. That group, and if they would have won the election, this country wouldn't exist as we know it. This country would have been a failed country, and now it's the hottest country anywhere in the world by far. We are the hottest country in the world by far.
I love this stuff. By the way, that was a translator, I believe, talking to, was it a South Korean president or somebody visiting?
South Korean
president today. So that's what you may have heard in the background. A couple other things. We've got Flounders Funny coming up here. You also have Pete's Tweets. We have a game. What?
I just thought he had some black moviegoers in there who were going to talk to the screen.
Well, Donald Trump loves black people. He actually said it out loud for a fit. We'll play that again later. But first of all, have you seen the Mom Danny non-bench press fiasco in New York City, where he was challenged to do bench presses at the mayor's race and so forth? The video's all over the place where this guy Mom Danny gets in there and he accepts the challenge to try. He couldn't do one bench press. He couldn't do it. He had the people spot him to hold it. They were going to snap his neck if he had tried to pull that bar up there. Couldn't do one. And in fact, who's that hot girl blonde who's on TV all the time now talking about women's rights? The swimmer Riley Gaines, a girl, showing how she's doing like 30 of them, bench press and stuff. And Mondami couldn't do one. I mean, it's just astounding. Hell, I'll bet I could do a bunch of them at 135 pounds.
It's obvious he has his handlers hold the goat for him.
Yeah, that would have been easier. Doesn't wiggle around that much. If you could only hold it. Flounder's funny right here.
The other thing that tops the list of stuff that sounds like it's going to be the most fun, but then ends up being the least fun, is paddle boats. Have you ever been on the most inefficient vehicle ever invented? You just feel like the chain came off your bike, but you're in a lake. Even the word paddle boat is too whimsical. It's false advertising. We should call them nightmare dinghies. Because your whole experience, it's like that dream where you're trying to run from a monster. Like, none of us in here are boat engineers, but all of us have stepped out of a paddle boat going, that could be better.
Kellen Erskine.
We've heard of him. He's a funny guy. And, part of that is just, the way he talked. But it's very, very amusing. Anyway, if you just joined us again, Donald Trump today is rubbing the Democrats and liberals' noses in it when he said he wants to order flag burning would be a crime punishable by a year in jail, no break, no time off, no, parole. A year in jail for burning the flag, not because, now the Supreme Court, he acknowledged, has already ruled on this, and actually more than once. But Donald Trump says we should make it clear that if you burn the flag, you get a year in jail, no early exits, because you're starting to see that clearly, although it's symbolic speech, it is an act of calling for rioting. And if a person gets caught burning the flag, Donald Trump says we want to have the Department of Justice investigate the charges and bring charges where prosecution would not fall afoul of the First Amendment. It would be causing a riot or instigating a riot, inciting a riot. And if he could get away with it, he's going to try. Also, he's going to try to stop that blue slip business where a senator can block his nominations for federal appointments, like is happening right now. And it's freaking Chuck Grassley is allowing it to happen in his committee, which is a bunch of crap. The old fart. Hell, he's about 95 freaking years old, too. Time for a change, baby. Coming up at 4 o'clock. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. How you doing? Join us. It's Monday and everything. Hey, well, like
WFOM and W292EV Marietta, a Dickey Broadcasting Station. This hour is presented by Atlanta Safe House.
Look out now. How's it going? Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder on 106.3, the FOM of Atlanta, WFOM, the only news talk radio station that doesn't really suck. 403. Oh, let's go to Donald Trump live at the White House. Here we go. Live. Again,
President
third
Trump's
time
direction
today.
also, we took that backlog that was under President Biden was up at over 260,000. We're down now, Mr. President, I get to tell you that under 150,000 in just a little over 6 months. So we're making sure that what was bogged up in a bureaucratic system, we're streamlining it so they get that care quicker, and we're making sure that it is what they need. And then we're also doing that in our hospitals as well, so they get that care quicker, and not only in our hospitals, but in our community as well.
I don't know what the case is.
We're about the veteran at VA, not about the bureaucracy, so we are making progress there.
And the VA has a 93% approval rating. It was down in the low 40s when we did. So I had pretty close to that in the first term. We had a great first term, and it was pretty close to that. And then they took over, and it went down into the 30s and 20s and 40s. But it went down at one point to 28 or 29%, which is terrible. They gave away choice and accountability. Choice meaning you have the way to, as a veteran, you can go and you can choose who your doctor is, et cetera, et cetera. They gave that up. And accountability is getting rid of the people that were sadists and really bad people that abused our veterans and really badly abused them. And they got rid of both of them, and we put them back. I couldn't believe when they did it. And anyway, but we're now, you've blown everybody away, Doug, at 93%. So we're 93% approval for our vets. And I like that. So that's good.
And on the Department of War, how do you plan to do that?
I'll ask for another meeting.
Ask Congress to rename the Defense Department to the Department of War?
We're just going to do it. I'm sure Congress will go along if we need that. I don't think we even need that, but if we need that, I'm sure Congress will go along. You know, that was the name when we won World War I, we won World War II, we won everything. And just to me seems like just a much more appropriate.
Call it the War Department again?
Defense is too defensive. And we want to be defensive, but we want to be offensive too if we have to be. So it just sounded to me better, really like a better name. Yeah.
Mr. President, following up on your meeting with President Lee of South Korea, did you end up talking about trade and did you reach any conclusion?
Yeah, I think we have a deal done. They had some problems with it, but we stuck to our guns. We are going to, they're going to make the deal that they agreed to make. And he's a very good guy, very good representative for South Korea. It's a very big trade deal. You know, it's the biggest deal they've ever made by far, but it's one of the biggest deals ever made. The biggest deal ever made is the one with the European nations, as you know. The Europe deal is the biggest deal ever made. I think it's the biggest deal ever made, period. And they pay us $950 billion coming into this country and lots of other things. They're going to buy $750 billion worth of our oil and gas and all of the other things. So it's amazing. Our country is doing so well. We're so strong now. And you saw where the tariffs came in at $4 trillion, $4 trillion. And the CBO, they just announced it. I told them that was going to happen, but they refused to give us credit for it. Now they're giving us credit because the money is flowing in. They just found $31 billion that nobody knew where it came from. And I said, check the tariff shelf. And they said, how did you know that's where it came from? Well, we're taking in a lot. Look, we were abused by tariffs for many years. Nobody in this country got it. No president got it until I came along. Nobody got it. We were abused by other countries. Where China, I mean, take a look. That's what they did is essentially what I'm doing, but we're doing it at a better scale. And we're making up for lost time. And we're also making sure a lot of these countries respect us for doing it. They couldn't believe what they got away with. I mean, I told a couple of people, what do you think? He said, one of them, a prime minister, said to me, I can't believe we got away with it so long. Just couldn't believe it. I'll tell you what, Prime Minister Abe, who was great of Japan, who was fortunately assassinated, he used to say, I can't believe we got away with this for so long. You know, they send millions of cars in, and we weren't allowed to send one car. They wouldn't accept one car in Japan, and yet they would send millions and millions of cars into our country. No tax, no nothing. So, no, we're just doing the right thing.
That's right. Remember those days in the 70s? Little Toyota cars, little mini cars?
Rich and beautiful. And,
gas cars?
It's very important. I felt so foolish for years watching this take place. You know, we did it in my first term with China. We took in hundreds of billions of dollars of tariffs. But when COVID came back, we focused on that. We did a really good job, but the whole world suffered with that one. That was a terrible thing. So we couldn't be tariffing countries. And if you looked at what happened to France and Spain and Italy and all, I'm not going to go say, by the way, we want tariffs. So, but now we do say that, and it's tremendous. And we're respected. We're the most respected we've ever been. Thank you very much, everybody. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Bingo. That's Donald Trump's third time today going live. And I don't know what this was about. I don't know why he did it. Do you have an announcement?
Families affected by the Afghan withdrawal. That's Pete Hegseth was talking earlier. So that's
holy moly. I mean, this is astounding. I mean, think about this. This is the third time today Donald Trump has run the country live in front of everybody.
Okay.
I know.
He's doing it every day.
I know.
And every time he does it, you get the same speech.
I know. I can't. I'm sorry. I can't
It's
stop.
amazing that he's doing it, but it's old hat now. It's 8 months into it.
See, now that's a problem. We're going to, just another thing. Oh, my God.
No, it becomes old hat. That means the next guy better do it, too.
Yeah, well,
we're used to it.
Definitely. All right, here we are. I don't talk about it anymore. I'll tell you what does bother me. Well, no, I know. This freaking guy, Garcia, two things about this business with illegal immigrants now, this whole subject. Abrego Garcia got free, and then he went to his lawyers. They took him to the ICE office in Baltimore. They've got him back in deal now. This is the guy who was the so-called innocent Maryland father and husband and so forth. Remember this guy? And then they sent him to El Salvador. The judge said, no, you're not supposed to send him there. You got to bring him back. So they brought him back because the Democrats wanted their gangbangers back. This man, Garcia, is a member of MS-13. He has his own nickname. Other members of the gang have said, oh, yeah, that's Blango Guango, whatever his freaking nickname was, MS-13. He got caught driving the car as a human trafficker, bringing uncertified, unidentified people with no luggage across country to work for somebody as part of human trafficking. And as I recall, although the Tennessee State Police, I think, were the ones who pulled him over, never arrested him for it, they eventually, thank God, the Trump people did some investigating, and they caught his boss. His boss finked on him. They've got him dead to rights as being a guy driving for human trafficking. He's done it more than once. He's done it for years. They finally caught him. They have charges against him, and now this whole business about where he's going to go, they said, well, we'll let you go to Costa Rica and deport you out of the country if you plead guilty. He said no, so now they're just going to deport him to Uganda? How about after you charge him in court and he gets convicted and sends, 27 years in prison, and then you send him to Uganda? How is it possible that a human trafficking, wife-beating gangbanger gets to just go to another country and gets away with it? So I guess any drug trafficker and gangbanger and MS-13 drug pusher and a human trafficker, if you get caught, you get to say where you want to go to another country? Mm-hmm. I can't believe it. And I told you. Everybody said, oh, no, he's going to face charges first. And no, they're going to deport him to Uganda. He's not going to go to trial? How is that possible?
It's obvious if it's not a violent thing, they probably don't want to press it.
Well, I know, and again, the president and Lonnie Longhair, the Pam Bondi and the DHS, all of them are saying, well, we need to get these people out of the country so they don't harm Americans again. Well, how about putting them on trial first, and so they don't harm Americans, except somebody else in freaking prison, other cons, and then send them out to the. I mean, I can't believe it.
Well, it's easier to deport them than put them on trial, and something weird happened and they get off.
I know. It's just here we go, and so it's just I don't know. I think it's horrible. And by the way, I don't know why I didn't want to go to Costa Rica.
Who wouldn't?
Oh my God! I went to Costa Rica, and by the way, when you go to Costa Rica, by the way, it's a horrible place to try to get from one place to another. You have to take little puddle jumper planes. I mean, it's really traveling is horrible when you're going from one part of the country to another. But it was beautiful and exotic and fantastic, and the beach and everything else. But the funny thing was, when you fly into the airport, you land in Costa Rica. When you're going through the thing and you customs also, and then you finally get into the airport area, you will see. Well, it just used to be this many years ago. There were a bunch of tables kind of around just people, and at all these tables were sitting by themselves young ladies. And it turns out that if you know what you're doing, these are young women who are hoping to be someone's girlfriend for their vacation time. And they're just right there on display.
Oh, no. They're there for housekeeping.
Yeah, in case you need somebody to clean up your apartment while you're there for 6 days from Maine or something.
Yeah. Clean this up, will you?
And they're just right there. Sorry. Anyway, 413, Kimber, Feed, and Flounder. All right, look out. Here we go. Sorry.
It's time for the Bortz Report, brought to you by Southern Exteriors, the Southeast's premier home exterior solution. Quality and precision you can rely on for over 20 years. Visit southernexteriors.co.
Well, I guess it's pretty easy to hate Jeff Bezos, especially if you're into hating people more successful than you are. And maybe a good reason to say capitalism is terrible. Look what he's done to retail and shopping malls. Anyway, let me tell you something about Bezos. I didn't know, learned it over the weekend. When Bezos started Amazon, he was working at a table in a garage. Finally, he could pay himself a salary, $80,000 a year. And that was his salary up to and through his tenure as the CEO of Amazon. $80,000 a year. Never took more. Yeah, he's worth over $200 billion. Why is that? Because while he was drawing down a salary of $80,000 a year, he built a company that's worth, his share, $200 and some billion. But he left the money in the company to build the company and create very wealthy employees and retirees. Jeff Bezos has an idea. Heard it for the first time this weekend. Wholeheartedly endorse it. He says we're measuring wealth the wrong way. It's not how much money a person has. It's how much money other people have due to that person's hard work in building a company. Don't tell me the net worth of some corporate CEO. Tell me the net worth of the people he hired, the people who worked for him, the people that helped him build that wealth. There, I think, is the true worth of an entrepreneur, a business owner, a business starter. Not to what extent they became rich, but how many other people did they help become rich? Think about it. More on that later. Neil Bortz, XTRA 106.3.
The next big storm isn't a matter of if, it's when. Is your home ready? Southern Exteriors offers free inspections and dependable storm damage repairs with in-house warranties and honest service. Right now, get 10% off any job or 12 months, 0% financing. Hey, it's Tug, and I've met the team at Southern Exteriors. They do things the right way. Call 877-9-SOUTHERN or visit southernexteriors.co. It's 877-9-SOUTHERN or southernexteriors.co.
Are you looking for something simple but delicious, sweet but also savory? Discover Schumann Farms Sweet Onions. Schumann Farms is a third-generation family farm with the Real Sweet brand sweet onions. Whether you're grilling, sautéing, or simply adding a fresh crunch to your salad, Schumann Farms has you covered. Look for Schumann Farms Real Sweet brand sweet onions at your grocery store and taste the difference for yourself. Schumann Farms, the Georgia family farm growing tradition and the world's sweetest onions.
Welcome to Willie's Wings, home of the secret sauce.
I'll take a dozen wings. Oh, by the way, I love that sauce. What's in it?
Can't tell you.
Why not?
It's a secret.
While many financial advisors claim to have the secret sauce, they don't. In fact, if their sauce is so good, why are they keeping it a secret? Evan Ward of Atlas Retirement doesn't keep anything a secret. He knows there's much more to retirement planning than stocks, bonds, and mutual funds. Evan will develop a strategy designed specifically for you. It's your own secret sauce for retirement. Call Evan Ward at Atlas Retirement to schedule your personal portfolio x-ray today. Call 678-252-5224. That's 678-252-5224. Or online at atlasretirement.net.
Fine, you want to know what's in the sauce?
Absolutely.
Tablespoon of paprika.
Really?
Investment advisory products and services made available through Impact Partnership Wealth, LLC, IPW, a registered investment advisor.
Millions of guys suffer from erectile dysfunction. That's 1 in 3 men. And I can tell you, I'm one of them.
If you or someone you know suffers from ED, Peyronie's disease, or PE, here's 38-year emergency room doctor and founder of Total Body Therapy of Georgia, Dr. Eric Deal.
Patients who enter my office are often frustrated, hopeless, depressed, and embarrassed. I understand the problem, and I'm going to help you fix it. We provide testosterone replacement therapy, the P-shot, and treatment for ED, PE, and Peyronie's disease. There's not just one therapy that can solve these complex issues. When you visit our clinic, you're going to see me. I'll do a complete history and physical prior to any treatment that we use. Take it from me, Dr. Deal. When it's not hard, it's really hard.
Call Dr. Deal for your free one-on-one evaluation and resolve your ED, Peyronie's, or PE issues. 404-777-1911. Total Body Therapy of Georgia. 404-777-1911. Online at tbtofga.com.
Bob Dylan 2009 weekly radio show. Bob Dylan told his fans, he said, there are a number of car companies who want me to be their voice of their satellite navigation systems. In 2009, the 68-year-old Bob Dylan said he thought it'd be kind of cool for drivers, if he were their satellite navigation voice, to hear him saying things such as, take a left at the next street. No, a right. You know what? Just go straight. I wonder if he has. I wonder if you could get Bob Dylan's voice on. Probably AI could probably do it for you.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness! In fact, I'm not even alive. I'm not the Kimmer. I'm your AI. I'm your AI host today. Anyway, our birthday. And how would you know? How could you ever know? Our birthday list includes Blair Underwood, 61. He was in the L.A. Law. I think that's where he got his start. Blair Underwood, L.A. Law. Coco Dreamboat, who played, oh my God, that's what it says here. He's talking about his skin color. I thought he meant a character named Coco. It says here, Blair Underwood, Coco Dreamboat, who played Owen Hall on Quantico and May's husband Andrew on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Also, Ellie Law. Blair Underwood is 61 years old today. And I can't help smiling on this day in 1979. According to Assistant Max, when Mr. H and Mrs. H first met, it was murder. Robert Wagner played Jonathan Hart on this day in 1979, a self-made millionaire, CEO of global conglomerate Hart Industries. Stephanie Powers played his wife Jennifer Hart, a freelance journalist. The pair had the perfect marriage, where the couple rarely fought, if ever, and their hobby, besides lovemaking, was to solve murders. The power couple was able to do this with the help of Max Lionel Stander and their dog, Freeway, who got his name because they had rescued him from the freeway. After Wagner was cast as Mr. Hart, ABC wanted his real-life wife, Natalie Wood, to play Mrs. Hart, but Wagner disagreed. Instead, Robert Wagner said it should be Stephanie Powers. About 10 years after the show stopped airing on ABC, 8 heart-to-heart movies were made from 1993 to 1996. The first 5 were on NBC. The final 3 were on the Family Channel, of all places. And it started in 1979, Heart to Heart. And I'm telling you, Stephanie Powers, when I was on the Phil Donahue show that time with my 2 daughters about their growing sexuality and fathers dealing with their little girls growing up, And it was really fun, had a great time. And of course, I looked like an actual human back then. It was 1988 or 9 or something like that. After being on the show, I would get calls from women all over the country wanting to come and meet me. And many of them, not many, some of them did, including on the phone. And I said, well, I don't even know what you look. I mean, I really shouldn't do that. But she said, well, people tell me I'm the spitting image of Stephanie Powers. And I'm telling you, it was Stephanie Powers. When she showed up, I picked her up at the airport. I swear to God, it was Stephanie Powers. Anyway, 422, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. The ice rage in the... Oh, by the way, Florida's got what Florida's doing is going to change an awful lot of truck driving schools and truck driving companies in America. First of all, if you didn't see the picture, there's a picture going around that's got 28 million, probably more than that, 28 or 30 million views now in 2 days. In San Diego, an ICE agent shared the photo of a female ICE officer arresting an illegal Mexican, a 42-year-old guy, and the ICE officer's back is turned to the camera as they show him being arrested, basically. Her hair is flicked over her shoulder. She has a federal agent vest and black slacks on. And now there are accusations that the agency staged it to get clicks in some kind of humiliating sexual way. Ex-user saying, am I blanking crazy, or is this them trying to humiliate a random immigrant using an ICE agent's fat, delicious fanny to make sure it gains traction? If I renounce my citizenship, does it mean they'll send her to my house asking for a friend? Anybody have that agent's number? The guy's a drunk driver over and over and over. He's been arrested I don't know how many times in illegal as we go. But again, now the Democrats are trying to even make a picture of an arrest of a guy be somehow sordid or disgusting these people can't freaking stop. And by the way, I think what they're doing in Florida now is brilliant. Florida truck I almost something said real bad. Florida truck drivers going to all truck weigh stations in Florida will find ICE checkpoints. Florida's Attorney General, James Omeyer, says after that tragedy that happened in Southeast Florida, there's a new partnership. That guy never should have been given a driver's license, a professional license, much less a CDL license, commercial license, to drive large vehicles. Engaged in reckless behavior, took 3 different lives. The Sunshine State will see immigration enforcement at all checkpoints operated by the Florida Department of Agriculture and Consumer Services on all major interstate highways. They'll add a new checkpoint station to the Florida-Alabama border. More pullover lanes are being planned for North Florida, along with new advanced X-ray technology to allow officials to see inside the trucks when they pull up in the first place. Another illegal immigrant got caught driving a commercial big rig in Northwest Florida on yesterday's operations. He's been arrested now under ICE hold. There's no telling how many illegal aliens in this country are driving large commercial vehicles. And by the way, think about it. Think about it. If you're a truck company and you have drivers who are not legal residents and you know they're driving to Florida, guess what? I'll bet the truck companies that know they have illegal residents, non-citizens rather, residents driving these big rigs, how are they going to get their goods delivered? Those trucks are going to be impounded. If you had a legal guy driving in Florida, holy smokes! How many? And Florida's it's the state where everybody drives. The 95 from Florida to Washington and right at the coast, right down to Florida, and then I-20. I-10. Holy criminy!
Impound the trucks and sell them.
That's right. If you're illegal and you go to a checkpoint, they're going to... And by the way, they're also going to ask you if you can speak English. They're going to give you tests. Oh, man, this is going to be great. Can you... I'm surprised I haven't seen a follow-up story yet this morning or this afternoon, since this was announced today about the scrambling of the truck drivers. Holy cow, think about this. Checkpoints at all the Florida checkpoints are ICE agents. Oh, my God. And here's another thing that drives me freaking crazy. The case of the guy, Hijender Singh, the illegal immigrant who killed those 3 people. And again, I just saw the video again, and it shows him inside the cab watching as the car approaches hitting his tanker. He can see it coming, And
that's what everybody was so mad about. You see it from the beginning, the video where he didn't care.
And it's just,
maybe he comes from a place where life isn't that special, I guess.
Well, he's 28 years old. He's here illegally. And guess what now? There is a petition urging officials in Florida to show leniency. They're saying it was a tragic accident, not a deliberate act. Accountability matters. The severity of the charges doesn't align, though, with the circumstances of the incident. It was just an accident. He didn't do it on purpose. And the petition has been signed by almost 3 million people. Although, when you read the bottom line of it, the 3 million people petition is signed at the bottom by Collective Punjabi Youth, or Utes. So, if they just got everybody in India to sign the petition,
it's that whole thing. We don't care what our kind does.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah.
They can kill people, and it's okay because they're one of us. They're part of our tribe. Well, screw your tribe. He's basically a murderer, this guy.
Yeah. And by the way, anytime you are illegal in the first place and you are responsible for an act that causes people to die, especially more than one person to die, even if it's involuntary vehicular manslaughter, you're going to prison. He's
not being deported. He's got to go to prison.
Yeah. I hope they don't even think about deporting him back to his home country.
What was the company that hired him?
I don't know if we've ever heard it. I don't know.
Well, okay. Well, you don't need to say it, but the family should take him for everything they have.
Oh, God. Oh, I guarantee that has to be the next. We haven't heard yet, but they're obviously lawyers are hounding. I guarantee you there are more than one lawyer coming out to these families saying, okay, what do you want to do here? Because they're going to be, oh, my Lord. And also, if I were that family, I'd be suing the guy who gave him the license in California, and I'd also be suing the guy in state of Washington who let him give the, get the license through there. And by the way, after the wreck, this guy Singh, as soon as it happened, he fled with another guy that was there. They both fled to California, and they were caught in Sacramento. This happened in Florida. The accident was in Florida. As soon as it happened, he fled with his buddy to California. They got arrested in Sacramento and had to be extradited back to Florida to stand charges. So he didn't even stick around to see what was going on. He took off.
I'm surprised California extradited them the way crazy as they've become.
I don't think they have any choice for I don't know. Maybe they could have fought it. I don't think they would have won. Man, can you imagine Newsom? He said, no, we want to keep him safe from your jurisdiction to prosecute him. Oh, he died. All right, 430. Give her Pete and Flounder. All right, I know. Here we go.
Wherever you are in Georgia, you can stream XTRA 106.3 and crystal clear digital with the all-new XTRA 106.3 app. Get Extra's live on-air stream in real time, or go back and listen to all your favorite shows, Neil Bortz, or original podcasts, no matter where you go. Grab the XTRA 106.3 app now and start streaming.
I mentioned, of course, Peach State Windows is known for their windows, being Peach State Windows, but they do a lot of work with siding, and, of course, I'm a Hardy Plank fan, but they have dealers all over the country, and whatever your house needs is what Jeff and his wife will get for you. This family business, Peach State Windows, worked with them 25 years ago for the first time. But if you need Hardy Plank, or they also do work on your roof and your door, just because their name is Peach State Windows, of course, that's their specialty. The more you need, the more you're going to save. Financing plans, and they're all double hung, the best #1 vinyl stuff. They're designed just for what you need for your home. Here's a number, 770-485-8011, peachstatewindows.com.
Hey, Atlanta's Mark from the Safe House. I have a question for you. Am I the only person pissed off with the mainstream fake news, liberal judges,
and whiny liberal politicians
who don't realize why Donald Trump is president, and fake safes? And you may wonder, why fake safes? Well, a fake safe is like Joe Biden, cheap and ineffective. A real safe from the Atlanta Safe House is like Donald Trump, tough, effective, and provides peace of mind when you need it the most. So drop by Atlanta Safe House and check out the largest selection of safes in the Southeast and see what a real safe looks like. So go to atlantasafehouse.com.
We're smart, we care. We're Central Heating and Air.
Now, I know there are plenty of HVAC companies out there, but let me tell you why Central Heating and Air Conditioning stands out from the rest. These days, it's hard to tell who's on first. Everybody wants to play. Many of the local HVAC companies, though, have been sold to large conglomerates. And some are even coming back under new names. But at Central Heating and Air Conditioning, they never left the field. They've been your hometown team since 1947. And their dedication to our community has never wavered. They are the grand slam you can count on. Central's team of experts know the game inside and out, delivering dependable service and personalized solutions every time. So don't get caught off base. Choose the HVAC team that's always been in the game. Get Carrier products, Carrier warranty, and Carrier peace of mind. Turn to your Atlanta Carrier experts, Central Heating and Air Conditioning. Call them today, 770-GET-HEAT, or visit them online at centralheat.com.
We're smart, we care. We're Central Heating and Air.
Time now for the Retire Wise Report. James Parker here with financial advisor Sean Maloney, founder and CEO of Retire Wise. The big question for many of our listeners as they approach retirement is, will I be okay in retirement? Sean, how do you help someone figure out if they've saved enough to be comfortable?
Great question. There's a lot of different aspects to this, but the biggest thing is looking at risk. Look, there's a lot of different risks to your money, like market risk. There's healthcare costs, inflation, and taxes. All those need to be accounted for. Many people worry if they've saved enough. Am I going to outlive my money? Strategies to help preserve your wealth can be more important than the dollar amount that you saved. Get an analysis of your situation to help you get that clarity that you need.
Tell us about the offer you have for listeners.
If you're worried about if you'll be okay for retirement, you probably don't have a plan. You might not even know what I mean when I'm talking about, do you have a retirement plan? Well, we have a great resource for you guys. We have what's called the Retire Happy Framework Toolkit, and you can get that by calling or texting WISE to 770-802-2200. My team helped me put this thing together just for you, and it's a complimentary guide. And the center of this is a copy of my latest book, The Priority of Retirement. It has chapters from everything from investments to Social Security, income planning, and has other guides that go along with it as well, with some checklists in regards to all those different strategies and topics as well. So if you want to get that information in your hands today, call or text WISE to 770-802-2200. That's 770-802-2200.
Take advantage of this offer. Get your Retire Happy Framework today. Like Sean said, just text WISE to 770-802-2200. The team at Retire Wise will get you your Retire Happy Framework right away. So just call or text WISE to 770-802-2200. Investment advisory services made available through AE Wealth Management, LLC, a registered investment advisor.
Good morning, Mike. What you eating?
You gotta try this.
I can hear you crunching from the next cube over.
This is amazing. I just discovered it this weekend at Lidl. It's Greek Goddess Gourmet Granola. They were sampling it, so I tried it. Then I bought 6 bags.
Wow. Is it cereal?
Can be. Or an amazing trail mix. It's great for a meal or a snack.
What's in it?
Well, they have 2 flavors, maple oat and harvest nut, which is my favorite. It's made with whole grain oats, almonds, pecans, raisins, coconut, and the sweet taste of pure maple syrup. Maple oat is a simpler take on their delicious granola. It's got wholesome oats, plump raisins, coconut, and maple syrup.
That sounds healthy and delicious.
That's why I can't stop crunching, Susan.
Greek Goddess Gourmet Granola. It's a breakfast or on-the-go snack you can feel good about. It's dairy-free and gluten-free, and with only 2 grams of added sugar per serving, even your belly will love it. Pick some up at Lidl, Amazon, GreekGoddessGourmet.com, or at specialty stores near you.
XTRA 106.3 personalities aren't afraid to tell it like it is.
Without Donald Trump, nothing that's going on would be happening right now. Donald Trump is changing the world.
And you'll never hear us spew that violent rhetoric from the left. So don't be afraid to tell it like it is. Because we're happy to have you as part of the XTRA community.
I particularly like Donald Trump's actions in getting illegal aliens the hell out of this country.
XTRA 106.3 and the XTRA app.
Hello, Jesse. Our buddy Jesse, Kimmer Show fan Jesse, checked in to say, hope all is well with you guys. And by golly, we hope all is well with you, Jesse. One of our longtime fans, and pops up once in a while, and it's always good to know you're out there. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, 436. Got a little Guns N' Roses here for you. 2000.
Really?
What's that? That's not it?
No.
Oh, it's Michael Jackson, sounds like. Who are we playing here?
Michael Jackson. We've already played Guns N' Roses.
Oh, we did? No,
because we went straight to Trump.
Aha. Well,
so we're going to skip Guns N' Roses and we're going to go directly to Michael Jackson.
I was waiting for them to start talking because it sounded like Michael Jackson to me. Even I. Oh, my God. I know nothing. 1997, a deranged man who had escaped from a mental institution near Helsinki, Finland, was arrested. The crazy guy planned to set fire to the stage that Michael Jackson was performing on. He was arrested before he was able to set the gasoline on fire after he had already put it on stage. 1997. This is not good. Our birthday list includes, let's see, what do we got here? How about Alexander Skarsgård, 49 years old. He was in True Blood, Big Little Lies, Legend of Tarzan. Alexander Skarsgård, 49 years old today. Excuse me. I've got a game coming up here in a second. First of all, a big day in the City of Lights, Paris, 1944. After 4 years of Nazi occupation, Paris is liberated by the French 2nd Armored Division and U.S. 4th Infantry soldiers. The general commander of the garrison defied an order by Adolf Hitler, who said, "Blow up the city of Paris, burn everything to the ground." General Dietrich von Schultz said, "No, I'm not going to do it." Charles de Gaulle led a joyous liberation march down the Champs-Élysées. France signed an armistice with the Germans 8 days later, set up a puppet French state back in 1940, and then the Germans took over 4 years later. It was liberated. Hitler had ordered Paris defended to the last man, demanded the city not fall into Allied hands except as a field of ruins. This guy Schultz dutifully began laying explosives under Paris's bridges and many of the landmarks, but he disobeyed the order to begin the destruction. This general did not want to go down in history as the man who destroyed the City of Light, Europe's most celebrated city. The 2nd Armored Division ran into German artillery, heavy casualties, but enthusiastic civilians besieged him with flowers and kisses and wine. And the 4th Infantry Division, poised to lead into Paris, and they ordered their exhausted men in a final burst of energy. Just before midnight, the 2nd Armored Division reached Hotel La Ville in the heart of Paris, and it was over. 4:39, Kimber, Pete, and Flounder. Let's see, we're going to hear from Donald Trump here in a second. First of all, on 106.3, Kimber, Pete, and Flounder, 4:39 in the afternoon. We got a little we have a little contest. Pete Davis comes up with every once in a while and see what the hell's going on. What do you got there, Pete? What's happening, sir?
Well, Alexander Skarsgård's also in that Murder Bot on Apple, which is a very, very funny little show there.
That's good.
All right, today's contest brought to you by Jason McCall Shane.
Oh, the Kingston Trio. His dad was Bob Shane, the Kingston Trio, Scotch and soda, mud your eye.
So it's music.
Hang down your head, Tom Dool.
That's right. You and Flounder right now.
All right, sir.
Yeah. Who sings that?
I forgot. Kingston Trio.
Keep it that way.
Thank you very much.
All right. The Billboard 200's been around, I guess, since the 1950s.
Probably so.
There have been something like, 19 different solo acts or bands that have been the most weeks at number one. So I'll start with Flounder.
Wow.
Name me one of the bands in these 19 or solo artists that have the most weeks at number one.
Is this Floyd?
Pink Floyd. No, there's no Pink Floyd, so that's a strike.
Whoa, wait a minute.
Or Flounder.
Are we talking about the albums or a particular song? I don't understand what the question is.
Artist with the most weeks at number one. This is not very hard.
All right, how about
200 history?
How about the Who?
No, so you both have
That's
an
impossible
X right now.
Right. What are you talking? Well, how about?
It's my turn.
Yeah.
All right.
Play by the rules, Kimmer.
Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson, according to this, is number 5, 51 weeks. So, yes, very good, sir.
Well, how about Les Brown and his band of renown?
No, Kimmer. Really? So that's 2 strikes for you. Flounder, it's your turn.
Can't believe it.
How about Dolly Parton?
Dolly Parton. No, that's another strike for you, sir. Dolly Parton is not one of them. So you both have 2 strikes now. Kimber, be very careful with this.
The Beatles.
The Beatles are number one.
Thank you very much.
132 weeks. It's not that hard a game.
The Stones, the Beatles.
No, shut up. It's Flounder's turn.
Well, we got the first two wrong.
It's Flounder's turn.
I'm not going
you
out
have
of turn.
3 strikes.
I'm not going out of turn.
3 strikes here, Flounder. Who's yours next?
The Rolling Stones.
Rolling Stones right now are number 11, tied at number 11 with 38 weeks on the Billboard 200 top chart. All right, Kimmer,
I can't believe they're number 11. Elton John.
Elton John.
Oh,
no,
my
Elton
God.
John is up there. Oh,
Right.
no, number 10, Elton John,
Okay.
39 weeks. So
Okay.
you're safe.
We're
all
still
right,
missing
Flounder?
an old bunch.
What about
You haven't named a whole bunch.
What about Taylor Swift?
Taylor Swift is number 2 with 86 weeks at number 1.
Oh, Beach Boys.
No Beach Boys.
I
Kimmer,
can't
so
believe
that's
that.
3.
That's not possible.
So, Flounder, if you get one right
He
here,
always
you
wins.
won.
I never win. He always wins.
What about Elvis?
Well, there you go.
Elvis is number 3.
Well,
at
see, there you are.
67.
Well, I got
All right.
number 1.
All right, here we go. No, tied at 18th, you have the Eagles and Mariah Carey.
Wow, Eagles, yeah. And Mariah Carey. Wow, that's surprising.
Tied for 16th, you have Eminem and Prince.
Okay, Eminem. Wow.
Tied for 13, you have Drake.
Oh, you're Drake and
Drake and Harry Belafonte.
all right, these are bands that had the most weeks on the top of the album charts from the 1950s on. Okay.
Billboard 2. I said the 50s when we started
No,
out.
I'm just repeating.
All right.
People who just joined us don't know what we're talking about.
Okay. They're tied also number 13 with the Monkees.
Okay, could have thought of the Monkees.
Tied with the Rolling Stones is Fleetwood Mac.
Ah, should have thought of them too.
Yeah, you should not. Tied for 8th is Morgan Wallen and Adele.
I wouldn't have gotten either of those two.
Tied for 6th, Whitney Houston and the Kingston Trio.
Aha! There you are. There's our boys, the Shane family.
And number 4, Garth Brooks.
Oh, my goodness. Well, there's a lot. I missed a lot of those.
Yeah, Les Brown and the band Rebound.
I did it as a joke because it's like, the champagne and music. Heart thing that
Lawrence Welk.
Lawrence Welk and anyway, let's see. Kimber Pete and Flounder 444. This is kind of sad, but I wanted to pass it along because it popped up on my phone. I don't know whether Pete you got this message or not. I mentioned, actually, yesterday, I almost got hit on my chopper again. I was, trying to get out of the area, and a woman on my right was on her phone. I looked over, she all of a sudden started coming into my lane. Luckily, it was where we kind of near a traffic area, so I was going probably 10, 15 miles an hour. But all of a sudden, she just moved over. She was behind me and to the right, and just took my lane, and I started screaming and yelling, and she looked up from her phone, realized what she had done. Okay, that same afternoon, I believe it was the same afternoon, popped up on my phone a message from one of our favorite gals we used to work with, Stephanie DeLuca.
Yeah.
And she was one. The famous story was that there was a nutball who was doing donuts and was it the Jewish community center or the synagogue? The temple on Peachtree Road area up there. And some nutball was doing donuts and yelling and screaming, and he was screaming out, Stephanie DeLuca, Stephanie DeLuca. It was one of our news reporter girls. Just sweet girl, great girl, beautiful long red hair. Everybody liked me, just a nice girl, part of our team. And so I used to make every time she posts something on the internet, I'd go, Stephanie DeLuca. It was kind of a joke. Well, Stephanie DeLuca, over the weekend, posted a picture of her, and I think with her husband, next to a very large Harley-Davidson motorcycle. And Stephanie posted this. She said, this is ironic on this day that I would come upon a famous burgundy and black Harley-Davidson motorcycle, just like the one my father had. And if people had been more concerned and more wary of motorcycle riders, my father would still be alive today. And it just really touched me that must have been hard for her. And there was a motorcycle like her dad used to ride. And it reminded her to tell people, motorcycle, have you seen them? They're everywhere now. I mean, this is motorcycle riding season, including me. And I've been hit once and almost hit two times in the last month. Anyway, so but Stephanie DeLuca, God bless her, and I thought it was so sweet and heartbreaking, but nice of her to do that, and I just wanted to pass it along that be careful because people don't see you, they really don't. And I've been riding a motor. I got bought my first motorcycle in 1965, so I've been well aware, and I've taken all the safety courses and everything else. So you know what's going to happen, and I'm looking for them, and that's why haven't been knocked over yet. Anyway. 446, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. More Donald Trump coming up. And, we got $1 million. Oh, by the way, tomorrow I'm not going to be in because I'm going to win the lottery. So you guys are going to have to, But anyway, I'll give you your check, and then I'll come in to give you your check, and then, Anyway, all right, 447. So this will be my last day, I guess. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. Anyway, more coming up. I'll be here till 6. I'll stay today. I'll stay all day today,
Listen to the Morning Extra, The Kimmer Show, Neil Bortz, and all your favorite Extra 106.3 personalities whenever you want with the all-new Extra app. It's anytime show replays, all your favorite podcasts, and the latest political news from across Georgia. Download the Extra 106.3 app now for Apple or Android.
When you buy a Subaru from Subaru of Gwinnett, you're buying more than a vehicle. You're buying safety for your family and something that will last a long, long time. In other words, you're buying trust. For a limited time, you can celebrate amazing offers on the all-new Forester, Crosstrek, or Outback during the Subaru A Lot to Love event, now through September 2nd. And you'll love more than just your new Subaru. You'll love the dedicated staff at Subaru of Gwinnett. With some of the best service specials in the area and a team you know you can trust, you'll ride with peace of mind knowing that Subaru of Gwinnett has your back. During the Subaru A Lot to Love event, you'll find the Subaru model you've always dreamed about at a price that makes that dream come true. But you need to get in by September 2nd to take advantage. We'll make it easy. Just start with the test drive, and before you know it, you'll be in the Subaru you love. Start your shopping online at SubaruofGwinnett.com, then stop by on Satellite Boulevard in Duluth. SubaruofGwinnett.com.
Hey, it's Front Office Lowe's for Howard Brothers and Steel. Summer's heating up, and so should your lawn game. Turn your yard into a summer paradise with powerful, reliable tools from Steel at Howard Brothers. Whether it's cutting, trimming, or edging, Steel's top quality equipment is built to perform and made to last. Let the trusted team at Howard Brothers help you tackle your to-do list and make your yard the envy of the neighborhood this summer. Find one near you at howardbrothers.com. The grass is always greener when you take care of it with Steel and Howard Brothers.
A golf instructor who knows technique can improve an aspiring pro's swing. But one who really cares can help transform a career.
There he is, your new champion.
When you team up with someone who knows a lot and cares even more, you're unstoppable. At Truist, we believe the same is true for banking. Truist, leaders in banking, unwavering in care. Truist Bank, member FDIC, leading based on top 10 U.S. commercial bank.
Hey, this is Matt from East Cobb. We basically bought our house from our in-laws. It was my wife's childhood home. One of the issues that we've had when we first moved in was our dog in our backyard. It was extremely shaded, could never grow grass back there. We resodded it twice. So ATL Turf Co. did an amazing job with our backyard transformation. They basically created a miniature golf hole. We have a miniature fairway. We also have a miniature little putting green. Consists of about 4 holes, total about 40 yards, so you can definitely work on your short game and your putting. After that transformation that ATL Turf Co. did for us, my father-in-law came and saw his house the way it looked after the fact of we had a putting green and a miniature golf course. Sure enough, he did the same thing with ATL Turf Co. He has a beautiful backyard, wonderful stonework, drainage, and a beautiful practice area for chipping and putting. Check him out online at atlturfco.com.
Storms, heat, humidity, your home takes a beating down south. Southern Exteriors was built for this. Now they're offering 10% off any job or 12 months, 0% financing. Hey, it's Tug. I know the team at Southern Exteriors personally. They do things the right way. Roofing, siding, windows, gutters, anything to the exterior of your home, they do it all. Call Southern Exteriors today or visit them on the web. It's 877-9-SOUTHERN and southernexteriors.co.
Hey, it's Lowe's here to tell you about a new, stress-free, and completely transparent way to purchase your next pre-owned car, truck, or SUV. It's with Tom Mitchell, the honest car guy. Tom, traditionally, I've been a payment buyer. How do you work with that type of buyer?
I have people that come in all the time and they want to spend $20,000. Okay, if their payments are $400 on $20,000, they don't realize without the doc fees, without all this other stuff, we can put them in a 22 or 23 model car, and we can spend a little bit more money and have the same payment. So if you're a payment buyer, don't come in here just saying, I want to spend $20,000, because we can sit there and help you, and we can put you in a newer car with lesser miles at a payment you need.
Friends, if you're in the market for a pre-owned car, truck, or SUV, get an honest car buy from the Honest Car Guy. You pay what we pay, plus an honest fee, and we back that up by giving you the bill of sale. That's our transparency guarantee. Call 844-SHOW-ME-1. That's 844-SHOW-ME, the number 1, or visit honestcarguy.com.
Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, how's it going? 4:52. Happy Mondays. REM, right here for you now. This was the day in 1981. REM appeared at Scorpio, Charlotte, North Carolina. The show was called Charlotte's First Gay New Wave Disco and Costume Party. 1981, REM showed up to help them out. The tickets were $3, and they benefited various gay lesbian charities. REM, 1981. There you go. Phone calls take priority. Susan, you're on the radio. Hi, Susan. Happy Monday. What's going on?
Hey, Kimmer, happy Monday to you.
Thank you.
I was calling several times on the air. You've talked about Elvis and his backup singers, the Jordanaires.
Yes, the guy used to work with him. Yeah.
Yeah, but you never can remember the bass singer's name.
I know.
So I'm calling to tell you who he was.
Oh, okay, please do. Who was the bass singer?
His name was Hugh Jarrett.
Hugh Jarrett, exactly. There you go. That's right, Hugh Jarrett. I remember now.
Yeah, he was a DJ on WPLO, and here in Monroe, we could only get WPLO in the daytime, and at nighttime with the FCC rulings, we had to switch over to Quixie.
Yeah.
And but Hugh Jarrett was he came to Monroe. He brought a sock hop down here in the early 60s.
No kidding.
And
my.
He went by the name of Big Hugh Baby. That was
that's right.
Oh
my God.
Yes.
Well, I remember from 1972 was when I got here, and oh my goodness, that was so. But the Jordanaires, wow, boy.
The Jordanaires, and we also ran into him at Lanierland. He would introduce. He was the MC up there for a good while.
I'll be darned.
And nobody knew who he was, and we got together one night with a bunch of people, and we screamed "Big Hugh Baby," and he came down and talked to us and shook our hands, and we had a good time reminiscing with him.
That's a good point. You would never have known that he had been with Elvis or was the Jordanaires or anything else. He was was a nice man, nice guy, did his job, went home, it was unbelievable. Just you would never ever know that he was a part of history. Music.
That's right.
History
very nice. Like you.
Well, no, not.
So,
no.
I just wanted. Got two other things.
Sure.
You and Pete and Flounder are hysterical.
Well,
I get side stitches listening to y'all every day. It's just.
Aren't you sweet?
Y'all are very entertaining. And also, when you touched on the Appalachian Trail at the beginning of the show, our son-in-law just returned from a through hike. He hiked from March to last week. He finished in Maine.
Holy cow.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. He looks like Bigfoot right now.
I'll bet.
But
oh man, what a great thing! A bucket list and that'd be.
He was young enough to do it and had the physical ability to do it. So we're glad he's home. But what a thing to do! Very incredible.
He must have stories that'll keep you going for a very long time.
I'm sure he does, and videos to back them up.
Outstanding. Well, Susan, thank you so much. It's a pleasure talking with you. You're very sweet.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a great day. But not a nice 4:55. Isn't that a nice swing?
All right, now we have Kevin on the line, and he wants to ask the three of us a music trivia question to see if he can stump us.
Kevin? Oh, please, stump the band. Yeah, this ought to be hard. What do you got there, Kevin?
All right, here's the question.
There you go.
All right, so what group or what band or singer held the number one spot in Great Britain longer than any other singer or group until that record was broken in 1991?
Cliff Richard.
Okay, again, I missed part of the question. What singer or group or person held the record? What now?
For the most consecutive weeks as number one in Great Britain.
In Great Britain.
Until the record was broken in 1991.
All right, so before 91, who would have been the number one guy in Britain?
I'm going to go Pink Floyd again.
No.
Chris Ray.
Did we say the Beatles? I don't know. You stumped the band.
Slim Whitman.
Oh, my God, the yodeler.
In 1955, held the number one spot for 11 weeks.
I'll be damned.
With the song Rosemary.
The yodeler. Oh, well, you could win a bar bet with that one, man. Mercy.
He sang the song that killed everyone in Mars Attacks.
I'll be darned. Yeah, there you go. Hey, you stumped the band, my friend. Thanks. Very, very interesting. By the way, we got a lot of sports coming up. Holy crap of sports shortly. I saw the Little League pitcher. You're going to talk about this Little League kid? The little pitcher, 75 miles an hour. They couldn't hit him. It was just, they couldn't even swing the bat. 75, and most of them throw 68, 67, 75 miles an hour. Of course, he looked, 23. Also, by the way, I had fun taking pictures of the Brave Stars on Friday afternoon after work. It was kind of fun, too. We will also, did you see, wasn't there a giant kick, a field goal made from 70-something yards in a preseason game over the weekend?
That was over a week ago.
Was it that long? It was over 70 yards. Really pretty good. Anyway, we got a lot of sports coming up here and more politics. You have more from Donald Trump, too. Kevin, Pete, and Flounder on your Monday with the Flounder's Funny right here.
So I didn't think about this in terms of security until the lady took it out. It looks like C4 plastic explosive. And she's like, what is this? And I said, it's clay from an art store. She goes, I can't let you have it. Clay. I said, all right. So she threw it away and she says, have a nice flight. I'm like, look, either that's a bomb or it's not. Like, either give me my clay back or ask me many questions, please. Is that the procedure? Hey, this guy has a bomb in his bag. Oh, yeah, you can't have it on the plane. I'm sorry. Yeah. You can explode it here, but you can't take it. I know it's stupid. It's just because that one guy ruined it for everybody.
That's a pretty funny bit. We're supposed to do with it now. And that's our...
Louis C.K.
Yeah, man. Louis C.K. Coming up on 5 o'clock, making more Trump stuff, and you'll hear it all, and immigration, and holy crap at sports, and tweets, and the whole deal. Kevin, Pete, and Flounder, how's your Monday going? Go Braves. Tonight out of town. Look out.
The Morning Extra, Glenn Beck, Clay and Buck, and The Kimmer Show on WFOM and W292EV Marietta, a Dickey Broadcasting Station, Extra 106.3.
Get it together, ladies. Left shoulder. Right of leg. Ready on your dog target. Road guards out. Look out, it's only me. It's only the Kimmer with Pete Davis and Flounder. And you here at 106.3. Here's the phone number, 404-741-1230, 741-1230. Happy Monday. Braves are out of town. Holy Crap at Sports is coming up. We'll hear from Donald Trump here in a second. A million things going on today. Let's see, a couple of things. By the way, I got a book in the mail and a letter here from a guy named Anthony Muss. And he says, let's see, that I listen to the show all the time, and he says, you know about starting important political and societal conversations. So this is a book called Paradigm Shift. They thought no one would notice. They were wrong. By Anthony Muss. I'm holding it up when you send me gifts to the thing. Congratulations. Hope it works for you. You know, if you have a book to sell. Pete Davis has, what's the latest on you? Still get your Amazon, or what are your book action there with the 47 college football stories, and what is it?
It's college football season again, so the totally biased guide to Southern college football.
There you are. Oh, speaking of sports, I was rummaging through a bunch of things, to save stuff and throw stuff out today, and I came across an old baseball card of Billy Ripken, who is Cal Ripken's brother, a little brother, wasn't he? His little brother? And he was a baseball player, too, and he was very famous for his baseball card because it's a picture of him holding his bat over his shoulder, and you can see the end of his bat, the butt end of his bat, and he had written the words blank face on the butt end of his bat very clearly, and they printed the baseball card with the F word on the bottom of the bat, which is hard to believe.
You should bring that in because, you know, our new digital guy, Andrew Gruber or whatever, he's a big, he collects old baseball cards and stuff like that. So you bring it in, it might be worth something, or you can check it out for you.
I guarantee it's probably worth something. But anyway, so I posted a message. I said, I found this in my junk today. And I immediately got a Flounder.
Phrasing.
Grammar. So anyway, we got sports coming up here with the Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. Let's see. You know what? I saw a part of the coverage of the game in Ireland. And did you see the business they did with the beer cups?
I didn't see a second of it.
Oh, well, maybe this is a thing. I'd never seen this before. In the stadium, again, this is a game in Ireland, somebody started a thing where they started stacking plastic beer cups.
It started at Wrigley Field a long time ago.
I know, but I'd never seen it. And this was over in Ireland. Again, an American thing over in Ireland. And it got so big that it had to be a couple of 100 feet crawling up into the upper deck. I mean, literally, they were having guys in the upper deck were putting things on. I mean, I thought it was pretty freaking remarkable. Anyway, I thought that was kind of cool. And one more thing, kind of a meme thing I saw just today is a picture of the Cracker Barrel sign. And by the way, Man Country, Florida, Shannon Burke thought of making a picture of him at the old-fashioned Cracker Barrel, and the old logo with Shannon Burke, Man Country, Florida. And I saw one today of a meme with the old-fashioned Cracker Barrel guy, and it was Dave Chappelle's cocaine character. I forgot the guy's name, but and it's called the Crack Barrel. And again this afternoon, Cracker Barrel officials came out and said, yeah, we could have done better trying to talk about our new image, and they're still trying to save it, saying we welcome all people of all kinds of persuasions and so forth, no matter what you are or where you're coming from, which just kind of rubs it in even more. You know, if you're deliberately appealing to, why should you have to? I mean, it's just get the food. Get a place that looks fun to eat and cozy and has great food. I mean, really, seriously, isn't that it? I mean, I don't know. I mean, I could never run my only business was a failure, but I could never run a business, involving serving the public and trying to figure out what their needs and wants are for, like personal service and stuff. God knows we can't do it on the radio. I don't know how people do businesses these days. I really don't. It's got to be a freaking nightmare. Anyway, 508. I'm wasting enough time here at Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. 404-741-1230 if you'd like to join us. Donald Trump. Let's have a little fun here, Flounder. Play some Donald Trump. Again, Donald Trump opening the office to the world, and among other things, he talked. Let's play cut number 5. This is Donald Trump. Some of the people are complaining that we conservatives are sort of gleefully enjoying the fact that they went into John Bolton's office and his home to raid stuff, looking for things to prove for sure that we know he committed crimes as a slime bag. And they say, well, you're just getting revenge for the Mar-a-Lago, and Mar-a-Lago was just a legit. They're saying, well, Mar-a-Lago was just a legitimate, official thing. It wasn't any big deal. Oh, yeah, Donald Trump disagrees. Number 5 here, Flounder, about Mar-a-Lago raid with Donald Trump.
No, they raided Mar-a-Lago. They started that. These were bad people that we had in our government before. They raided Mar-a-Lago. They went into my wife's area. They went into my son's area, my young son. And what they did was a disgrace. I guess it didn't work out too well for them, did it? They are bad people. They're sick. They're sick people. And they came in with their guns into Mar-a-Lago, and like 98 people. I wasn't there. Fortunately, I wasn't there. But they are very evil, very sick people, that group. And if they would have won the election, this country wouldn't exist as we know it. This country would have been a failed country. And now it's the hottest country anywhere in the world by far. We are the hottest country in the world by far.
By the way, that sounds like a cliche. Can you imagine if Carmela had won the presidency and they still control? Oh, my Lord. I mean, seriously. Compared to what's happened the last 6 or 7 months. Anyway, Flounder, let's do this too. J.D. Vance, well, cut number 7 here. J.D. Vance is getting, and by the way, that last soundbite, you may have heard someone talking in the background. That was the translator for the South Korean president who was there with the Donald Trump meeting. J.D. Vance is also telling people, these freaking liberals are now basically showing that they are in favor of continuing crime in the streets of Washington, D.C. And J.D. Vance, cut number 7 here, Flounder, tries to make a point that people are complaining about the wrong thing. Idiots.
Why are Democrat governors angrier about federal law enforcement helping clean up their streets than they are about the fact that those streets need to be cleaned up to begin with? It shows a real sickness in the head. And I agree with the President of the United States. I think most Democrats, rank and file, nobody likes crime. Republicans don't like crime. Democrats don't like crime. Independents don't like crime. Why are Democratic governors doing everything in their power to make crime easier to do in their cities? It doesn't make an ounce of sense to me. But, Mr. President, I appreciate you being willing to help, and I hope these governors take you up on the offer, because we should clean up all of America's streets. It's the right of every American to live in safety and comfort in their community.
Yeah, of course, every time the president mentions, Chicago or someplace that needs cleaning up, of course, they're all going nuts, which is fine because you freaking deserve it. Also, I got the biggest kick out of the order that President Trump signed to make it a punishable offense of 1 year in prison with no early release if you burn the American flag. And he knows very well, and everybody knows very well, the Supreme Court's already ruled on this in 1989 in a Texas case. They said incinerating the flag was an act of symbolic speech protected by the Constitution. The next year, they ruled against, in an Eichmann case, the flag burning was considered free speech and struck down the Federal Flag Protection Act. So they got it was you can do it for symbolic speech and also free speech, so you wouldn't be in trouble for burning the actual flag. Well, now Donald Trump is saying, okay, if you burn the flag, it incites riots, and therefore you should be arrested for inciting a riot or for trying to incite a riot. And obviously, this is going to be a fight, and it's never going to be allowed. But I don't have a problem. In fact, I would demand, if I could find a way to do it, to have at least some kind of a civil penalty codicil, which says if you deliberately burn the American flag to make a point that you know is that clearly would cause a reaction that might lead to a problem, then you have to take responsibility for your actions. And by the way, how come you shouldn't always have to take responsibility for your actions? And therefore, if you burn the American flag in front of me, like one guy did try 50-something years ago, it's going to have a bad ending. But again, we should be protected. If you're trying to protect the American flag and a protest incites you to have a reaction, then there's no way that you should get in trouble for it when the guy knew he was doing it in the first place. It's, egging you on. And by the way, that's the point. Donald Trump was obviously egging on the liberals. He must have known. I wish I could have been in the meeting when Donald Trump says, hey guys, I got an idea. Let's do this. Let's say we can't burn the American flag, even though the Supreme Court said so. Let's see what they react to that. And then the liberals are going to go freaking crazy. Good. We're only beginning. He's only been in office for 7 months or something. Holy cow. All right, 5:13, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. Holy crap, it's sports coming up. We have tweets. We got another Flounder's Funny and your calls. And happy Monday. Braves are out of town. We'll see what's going on baseball-wise and everything else. Next, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder right here.
Miss any of the show? No sweat. Grab your XTRA 106.3 app and listen to show replays whenever you want. Download the XTRA app now for Apple and Android by searching for XTRA 106.3.
Yeah, almost got hit in the old chopper again this weekend. It's true, lady not paying attention. Just started swerving over to my lane. Now again, a lesser man would have dumped over my chopper and complained about a bad back. No, that's silly. But if you have a situation, you need David Van Sant. He specializes in insurance company things and accidents, stuff like that. As I mentioned a million different times, it's worth knowing that, because if you have an issue and somebody says, no, that's not what happened. Oh, you want to argue with the insurance company lawyers? I don't. David Van Sant does, because when they see his name on the phone popping up, they're going, oh, no, he used to work for him. David Van Sant, and I keep saying this, and it's important to understand, he's on the top 100 trial lawyers list of Georgia and the super lawyers list. He's been on that for years, and that is big time Charlie. I promise you, it means he wins. And you're number one. If you don't get paid, he doesn't get paid. So, it's pretty important. It's complicated. He takes the complication out of it because he knows what to do and who to talk to and how to get the job done. And right now, here's that number, David Van Sant, 855-GA-INJURY. Online, vansantlaw.com.
Gentlemen, listen up. When it's not hard, it's really hard. Did you know that 50% of men over 50 have some form of ED? It's true, and I'm one of them. ED followed me everywhere. Heck, even my initials are ED. I'm Dr. Eric Deal from Total Body Therapy of Georgia, and I know ED. It can lead to feelings of embarrassment, stress, and sadness. But there's good news. I can fix it. I fixed mine, and I can fix yours too. At Total Body Therapy of Georgia, we are experts in the P-shot, testosterone replacement, regenerative therapy, trimix to create an erection, and more. Guys, ED won't get better on its own, but I can help you today. Call us at 404-777-1911. That's 404-777-1911, or learn about us more online at tbtofga.com. So take it from me, ED, Dr. Eric Deal at Total Body Therapy of Georgia. Call 404-777-1911 or online at tbtofga.com.
Experience luxury like never before behind the wheel of a brand new Cadillac from Jim Ellis Cadillac.
From the iconic Escalade to the innovative electric Lyric, Jim Ellis Cadillac offers the models you know and love, along with the latest in luxury EVs.
And the buying experience just as luxurious as the Cadillac name itself. With great prices, a great selection, and a team of knowledgeable sales associates, you'll love shopping at their showroom conveniently located on Peachtree Boulevard, just inside the perimeter.
Prefer to shop from home? Visit JimEllisCadillac.com, where you can browse all the latest offers and even start or complete your entire purchase online with the Jim Ellis Expressway.
Want to try before you buy? Schedule an at-home test drive and enjoy the convenience of home vehicle delivery. Luxury is waiting. Experience it today at Jim Ellis Cadillac. Jim Ellis Cadillac, where you can always expect the best.
Paid for by term provider. Premiums will vary. Plans depend on age, location, and other factors. Visit BigLoot.com.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 50-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-555-1509. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term Providers help thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. insurance. To buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-555-1509. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-555-1509. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds, too. Call 800-555-1509. 800-555-1509.
All right, look out now. 1970, Elton John played his first American show at the famous Troubadour Club in Los Angeles. 1970, his first American show. Nobody had ever heard of Elton John. And now, sponsored by RBM of Atlanta, holding
success within a few days. Everybody was going there to see him.
Yeah, huge.
Braves nipped the Mets yesterday 4-3 after tying the game at 2 in the 6th inning. They won it with 2 in the bottom of the 8th with this nugget of joy.
0-1. Soto brings it. Profar clucks one up the middle, out towards center field, in for a base hit. That'll drive in 2 runs. Braves have the lead. Jurickson Profar able to lift one just over the infield, and it splashed in front of Cedric Mullins, and it drives in a pair to make it 4-2 Braves.
Ben Ingram on sister station 680 The Fan. Tyler Kinley, the winning relief. Bryce Elder started and went, about 6 innings there. Gave up 3 hits and 2 runs. Raisel Iglesias, his 22nd but shaky save, gave up a run in the 9th. Jurickson Profar and Sean Murphy both had 2 RBIs. Braves win the season series against New York 8-5. It's the 8th year in a row they've won over the Mets in the season series.
Outstanding.
Braves in Miami tonight for the first of 3, then on to Philadelphia for 4 games. The 5-11 Spencer Strider against the Marlins' Edward Cabrera, a righty with a record of 6-7. Chris Sale is expected to pitch this Saturday in Philadelphia.
Good.
Braves in 4th place in the East, 2 games behind the 3rd place Marlins, so they could leave Miami in 3rd place if they play their cards right. Well, they're not playing the cards; they're playing the fish.
Unfortunately,
the Braves released veteran right-hander Eric Fedde on Sunday, less than 1 month after he was gotten from St. Louis. In 5 games, including 4 starts with Atlanta, Fedde 1-2, an 8.10 earned run average.
Wow, that'll do it. Yeah.
32 years old. They also placed left-hander Aaron Bummer on the 15-day injured list with a left shoulder inflammation case. Falcons went 0-3 in the preseason. If there's one thing, they're consistent.
Well, no.
After getting bushwhacked in Dallas Friday night, 31-13.
Yeah,
just a squeaker.
Squeaky.
They opened the regular season September 7th against the Buccaneers. So what do the so-called experts think the Falcons are going to do this season? Well, Sports Kita predicts that they're going to go 7-10 and be last in the NFC South.
Oh, boy.
That's behind a Saints team that does not have a quarterback.
Yeah.
And a first-year coach.
Yeah.
Athlon Sports 11-6 with a division title.
Wait a minute. What? Who said that?
Athlon Sports.
That the Falcons will go 11-6 and win the division?
Yep.
Okie dokie. Well, that'd be fun.
There are 1,696 players on the 32 NFL teams' 53-man rosters. ESPN has ranked the top 100 of those 1,600 plus. Guess how many Atlanta Falcons made the top 100?
12.
Lower.
9.
Lower.
6.
Lower.
-4 that they have to wait 4 years. 3. Well, there you go. 3 guys.
I was surprised.
Out of 100, that's good. Who are they? I assume the running back, I'll bet that London guy and the running back and no. Oh well, who?
At number 62, you get safety Jesse Bates III.
Okay.
At number 53, there's guard Chris Lindstrom. A lot of people say he's the best guard in the NFL.
I have heard that. I should not have overlooked that.
And at number 37, you have running back Bijan Robinson.
Yeah.
Drake London may be there after this year. We'll see.
Boy, I hope I'll bet he's going to have another great year. I really like that guy's on the field performances.
This could be the year everybody finds out about him. We'll see.
I hope.
The Falcons cut 12 players over the weekend. This brings their roster to 77. Another 24 players will be released by 4 p.m. tomorrow.
Oh, boy.
To make it. Yeah. The Vikings shook up their depth chart behind starting quarterback J.J. McCarthy, signing Carson Wentz and trading backup Sam Howell to the Eagles. The Buccaneers waived rookie safety Shiloh Sanders. This after
Yeah.
Sanders was ejected from Tampa Bay's third preseason game against the Bills Saturday night. He threw a punch at tight end Zach Davidson, who was blocking him. They had some heavy pushing and shoving. Shiloh had signed with the Bucs after he went undrafted. His brother didn't do much better. Here's how Outkick.com described Shadur's play with the Browns over the weekend. Sanders struggled terribly in Cleveland's final preseason game, completed 3 of 6 passes for 14 yards. He didn't throw a touchdown or interception, but he held the ball and then held up poorly under pressure, which partly led to him getting sacked 5 times. This is the same criticism he had at Colorado.
Yeah.
And what best told the story, this poor outing came in the final 2 minutes of the game when Browns coach Kevin Stefanski pulled Sanders and let Tyler Huntley take the final possession with the game on the line. Huntley, the more experienced QB, rallied the Browns to a victory.
Yeah.
And of course, then you have the Sanders sycophants out there go, why didn't you let him see what he could do under that?
Nice, yeah.
The problem with the circus that follows both the Deion sons in the league, neither of them are as good as Daddy, and nobody's going to put up with this nonsense like they did with Primetime.
Yeah. In fact, I saw the interview with the famous coach with the mustache and one of the guys on ESPN these days who said he said it just looked like he was trying to avoid sacks and he's running around. It looks like he didn't know what to do with the ball. It just looks like he didn't know what to do with it.
He's trying to start and get something done.
Like he had to,
he's not talented enough.
Take it on all his shoulders as though he's a Superman and can pull it off, and it just it failed every time.
Well, all the fans are out there on social media claiming the Browns are intentionally sabotaging Shadur so he fails.
Yeah, well.
And you wonder why NFL teams wary of having any of those guys around to begin with.
Well, here we go.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Mike, the engineer, found this. Hard Rock has the top 5 landing spots for Shiloh Sanders now that he's been cut by the Bucs.
Hard Rock.
Number 1, the Saints. Number 2, the Steelers. Number 3, the Broncos. Number 4, to be re-signed by the Buccaneers. Or number 5, Publix.
Got to help you with that cart?
Clean up on all 5. John, since the college football Mexican word of the day. Are you ready?
Mexican word of the day. So yes, for college. Yeah.
Sodas.
Yeah.
Gators suck and so does the Volunteers.
Oh, wow. Hey.
I didn't write that.
No, you didn't write that.
Speaking of Florida, quarterback DJ Lagway will start Saturday against Long Island University.
What?
After dealing with a calf strain for the bulk of fall camp. That's right. The Florida Gators
Wait a minute.
are going to be playing Long Island University.
Florida? Aren't they ranked? I mean, aren't they they're still Florida.
Top 25.
Oh, come on.
That's such a joke.
I mean, that's like on their prom night or whatever they call it. What's the night when they have the king and queen? What do they call it?
Powder puff
thing. What the thing they're called? And they have an easy game for the football team, so they always win. So they're happy with their girlfriends for the dance. Anyway,
all I'm saying is Ole Miss is opening up against Georgia State. So I'm just saying.
Oh well, that could be interesting. We'll see.
Well, Georgia State went into Tennessee last year and beat the Volunteers.
That's what I'm saying. I think Ole Miss might be wondering about what happened to them as Georgia State.
I don't think so.
Well, we'll see.
Kentucky is naming veteran transfer Zach Calzada their starting quarterback. Calzada will make his debut for the Wildcats against Toledo August 30th. At least they're in the MAC, I believe. Calzada is a 7th-year senior who began his college career at Texas A&M in 2019. Spent the 22 season at Auburn and then had productive years at Incarnate Word the past 2 seasons. 7-year senior.
Please. Time to get a job.
Likable Tommy Fleetwood had never won a PGA event, but took home $10 million after winning the Tour Championship at East Lake by 3 shots. It really was pretty with the city in the background and everything. It's just gorgeous looking on the television.
Beautiful, yeah.
Just when you thought we were safe, though, from the dildo throwing, the pulsating projectiles are back, but not on the hard court this time.
Yeah.
The Titans-Vikings game was interrupted this weekend, and so was the Tour Championship. As eventual champion Fleetwood was lining up his putt on the 18th green, somebody from the throng of spectators threw the sex toy towards the green. It landed on the fringe. A security guard swiftly moved into action, kicking the dildo away from the putting surface and into a nearby greenside bunker. And I'm telling you, there's nothing worse than sand on a sex toy.
No, I can't.
This day in sports history, August 25th, 1913, Braves veteran Art Devlin slaps the game-winning hit in the 9th for Boston and gets rewarded by being sent down to Rochester, never to return to the major leagues.
Yeah, take that.
No good deed goes unpunished. And even worse than that, 1956. Hall of Famer Phil Rizzuto, well esteemed, in great esteem with the New York Yankees.
Yes.
They love that guy.
Yes, they do.
So the general manager, George Weiss, and manager Casey Stengel, they need to make a roster cut. So they call Scooter into their office and say, we need your input on what player we need to move here. After listening to Phil Rizzuto's suggestions about who should go, general manager George Weiss cuts Phil Rizzuto from the team.
Phil Rizzuto, everybody.
For the money store.
Oh, mercy, the money store. Is he still doing that? Is he
He's
even
been
alive?
dead
Is he dead?
quite a while.
I can't remember Phil Rizzuto. Oh, my Lord. A couple of sports birthdays here, Pete Davis. Marvin Harrison. 53, former NFL superstar, lucky enough to be Peyton Manning's top wide receiver for the Colts for about 10 years.
Did he go to jail for murder or something? Or
Marvin Harrison?
Somebody?
Oh, I don't remember
yeah.
that. Really? I don't remember that. 53. Let's see. I got two more. Raleigh Fingers, one of the great mustaches of all time. Great pitcher for the Oakland A's, among other handlebar mustache. Raleigh Fingers is 79. And Robert Horry, I don't know this guy, 55. Robert Horry is a retired NBA role player. It says here managed to hit clutch shots for 7 different championship teams.
Yeah. 2
with Olajuwon's Rockets, 3 with Shaq and Kobe's Lakers, and 2 with Duncan's Spurs. Robert Horry, 55, Horry.
That's who you wanted the ball in the hands at the end of those games, man.
Yeah. I haven't followed. I've really followed the NBA. I definitely haven't.
Since the restraining order?
So, yeah, well, it was a court thing. Nationwide, as it turned out. Let's see, what else am I going to... Oh, a couple things. Drone coverages of sports events. Man, is that fun.
It's revolutionary.
Oh, holy cow. And again, finally the golf shots, instead of just, showing the ball in the air against white, a blue sky, doesn't do anything for the trajectory. But now with these drones, and they can zoom in on, oh man, really, it's really spectacular. I'm enthralled with the drone technology for sporting events. I remember with the Preakness and the Kentucky Derby and stuff, and they follow the horses from above and watch them from behind them going. I mean, it was just really, and East Lake, man, made it beautiful. And I'm really happy. And by the way, for the record, Tommy Fleetwood is in his 30s, and his wife is almost 60. Yeah. And he says, hey, no one talks about it because she looks young and I look old, so we're perfect. He does look older than his years, and she looks younger than hers.
He looks older than 34.
Oh, yeah, by a mile. Anyway, so congratulations. Nice guy. 5:30, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. How's your Monday? What's going on here? Look out.
When conflicts escalate around the world, don't let the mainstream media scare you into believing their narrative. Get it right with Atlanta's only conservative voice. And trust the Morning Extra, Glenn Beck, Clay and Buck, The Kimmer Show, and our entire lineup to give it to you straight. Don't buy the fear. Just keep it here. Extra 106.3 FM and the all-new Extra app.
Yeah, Stoval and Company, your wholesale landscape supply company, got all your seeds and plants and flowers and shrubs and trees and boulders and rocks and stones, because this is still planting season, and they can take care of irrigation systems and stuff like that. If you're a builder or contractor, you're putting in somebody's backyard or landscaping it all and pool deck, stuff like that, they've got the supplies you're looking for. And guess what, too? If you're looking for something special and you can't find it, Stoval and Company will tell you where to go, even if it means they lose a sale. That's what Paul and the Sons have been doing now. Family business for 75 years. 11 locations. Latest one up in Canton. Check out family business. If you need it now, it's probably on the way. StovalInc.com.
September is Fan Appreciation Month at Truist Park. Get ready as the Braves battle the Mariners and the Cubs September 5th through the 10th. Fans can enjoy 3 gate giveaways, including the Kids Beaded Necklace, a Michael Harris II scooter bobblehead presented by Xfinity, and the replica jersey presented by Coke. Plus, the popular Barbie ticket pack returns this season on September 9th. See all of the fun this September and get your tickets at Braves.com/promos. Atlanta Braves Baseball. We are Braves Country.
Hey, it's Front Office Lowe's for Howard Brothers and Steel. Summer's heating up, and so should your lawn game. Turn your yard into a summer paradise with powerful, reliable tools from Steel at Howard Brothers. Whether it's cutting, trimming, or edging, Steel's top quality equipment is built to perform and made to last. Let the trusted team at Howard Brothers help you tackle your to-do list and make your yard the envy of the neighborhood this summer. Find one near you at howardbrothers.com. The grass is always greener when you take care of it with Steel and Howard Brothers. Hey, it's Los. We're here with Tom Mitchell, the honest car guy. Tom, I'm looking for a reliable vehicle, something for the family, but also for my daughter who's going to be driving soon. Why should I call you?
The main thing is you get to see it's a full transparency sale. What I like to do is show you the whole gamut, show you everything that's out there and everything that's available. I can get any make, any year, any model.
Financing. If I need to use it, what can you offer?
We have some of the best banks available, and we got rates starting at 4.99 from a 23 model and above. It could be a 14 model. We still have banks that will do all the financing for you at good rates, and they're primary banks. If you have credit issues, we still have banks that can accommodate those issues as well.
Friends, if you're in the market for a pre-owned car, truck, or SUV, get an honest car buy from the Honest Car Guy. You pay what we pay, plus an honest fee, and we back that up by giving you the bill of sale. That's our transparency guarantee. Call 844-SHOW-ME-1. That's 844-SHOW-ME, the number 1, or visit honestcarguy.com.
9/11 is more than a day in history. It is a day that is still taking lives. We remember the 2,977 people lost on 9/11, including many first responders. Yet even more first responders have died since that day from related illnesses than on that day. Shamefully, we have a whole new generation of kids who still know little to nothing about that day. Tunnel to Towers 9/11 Institute, it's righting this wrong by helping teachers educate kids in grades K through 12 with nonfiction resources. Full curriculum units with scripted lessons, activities, background for teachers, nonfiction, first-person accounts told through videos, and the Discovering Heroes book series. A 9/11 Speakers Bureau for classrooms if they want it. A mobile exhibit that has an interactive museum with 9/11 artifacts and guides who experienced that day firsthand as firefighters in New York City. To never forget, we have to educate future generations. Help our generation keep its vow. Donate $11 a month to Tunnel to Towers at T2T.org. That's T, the number 2T.org.
Wake up with the Morning Extra on XTRA 106.3.
Because it sounds
so good.
Right.
Right.
But what do they say about things that sound too good to be true?
It's communism.
That's right.
If it sounds too good to be true, it's communism.
The Knack. My Sharona. I don't know what that means, by the way. What is a Sharona, or was that the girl's name or something?
It's his girlfriend.
The girlfriend's name?
At the time.
There you go. Okay. The Knack, 1979, 5 weeks at number 1 with My Sharona. 81. My Sharona. Number 6 in Britain, number 1 in America. Lead singer Doug Fieger said he was inspired to write the tune by Sharona Alperin, a 17-year-old senior at Los Angeles' Fairfax High School, who later became his girlfriend. They eventually got married to other people, but they remained friends after battling cancer for several years. Fieger died at his home in L.A. in 2010. He was 57 years old, and that was his girlfriend. Our birthday list includes Tom Skerritt, Picket Fences, A River Runs Through It, Top Gun, Alien, MASH, The Dead Zone, Up in Smoke. Tom Skerritt, the actor, 92 years old today. And tragic story of Samantha Smith was a 13-year-old ambassador to the Soviet Union, known for writing to the Soviet leader Yuri Andropov in 1982 and saying she's worried about war. Are we going to have a war or not? So he invited her to Russia. She went as his guest. She was a 5th grader in Manchester, Maine, and they didn't want a nuclear war. She visited the Soviet Union accompanied by her parents on a 2-week trip. She did not meet with Andropov, but went to talk to numerous groups. People in America at some point branded her a patsy for the communists, claimed that they were using her for their own purposes. Millions of Americans and other people around the world thought she was doing a goodwill trip. Her mother began a foundation on August 25th in 1985 while traveling with her father. Their small plane crashed and they were both killed. And her mother has the Samantha Smith Foundation to bring people and nations and cultures together forever. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, 536, 404-741-1230, 741-1230. Oh, geez, let's see what's got a million things left over. I got a parking story. Maybe do that for you tomorrow. Let's do a little more Donald Trump, Flounder, just for the fun of it. 537. Donald Trump had several meetings today, open to the media, about how he's running the country. And I teased this earlier. They're still trying to call Donald Trump a racist and so forth, and they're using one excuse after another about him cracking down on crime in the black communities or whatever. Trump, cut number 6, Flounder. Here's Donald Trump saying once again, for the record, that he likes the black people. Number 6 here, Flounder.
I love black people. and I did great with the vote with the black people, but they say he's a racist. I said, really? For 35 years a war raged between Rwanda and the Republic of the Congo, and it was a vicious war. 9 million people were killed with machetes, largely hatchets, machetes. That went on for more than 30 years, but 34, 35 years, and I stopped it. In fact, the presidents are coming in a week or two.
Well, let's not stop there. Let's talk about Donald Trump trying to do something for the administration concerning the price of drugs. Got number 3 here, Flounder, when Donald Trump's talking about everything today during the meeting with the media. Number 3.
Favored nations, where I'm going to be reducing drug prices by 1,500%, where a pill that sells in Germany for $10 costs $150 here. Because of the bad press. And I was all set to do it, and then we had the COVID come up, and I had to focus on that because we had the greatest economy in history my first term. I will tell you that we are going to be this is moving along rapidly.
And Donald Trump is taking on the media once again, too. Overnight, he went on an attack against NBC and ABC News, saying they're biased coverage. He's in favor of the Federal Communications Commission revoking their licenses. Well, for the record, licenses are based on real or perceived news bias, could run afoul of the First Amendment, but also ABC and NBC as networks don't have FCC licenses. Licenses are issued to radio and television stations across the country, so he would have to go after them for that. But again, that's established by the FCC, and all those rules have changed remarkably in the last 50 years. Pete, I think I had to take a very strong and all-knowing test to be able to get my radio telephone operator's license to be able to broadcast on radio. You had to get a license to be able to be on the radio.
Yep.
You had to take one, I think, Pete, didn't you?
Yep.
And I think I forgot. Did you have to take? I don't think you had to take a test, did you, to get in radio?
No, I did not.
Yeah, I forgot when they stopped.
There will be no tests, they said.
Yeah. Well, believe me, it was a pain in the ass. And by the way, have you ever seen the test to be an engineer? To be an FCC certified radio engineer, holy crap! I mean, it's a book, and we had to take a third-class radio telephone operator's license test, and it had megahertz and transmitter stuff. I mean, I used to do my own transmitter readings when I had my first radio job. I had to take the transmitter readings during the broadcast. I mean, anyway, things are a lot different now. But Donald Trump is saying these people need to be punished. They should pay a big fine for the privilege of using the most valuable airwaves anywhere at any time and lying with crooked journalism. It should not be rewarded. It ought to be terminated. Anyways, he's going after him pretty good there. And he's also, once again, if you just tuned in, Donald Trump is trying to get an ordinance passed or a way of adjudicating anybody arrested for burning the American flag. He wants to make it a punishable crime, 1 year in jail, no ifs, ands, or buts, and no early release. Obviously, the Supreme Court's ruled against that idea in the past, but again, Donald Trump says if you ought to be charged with inciting to riot or something. And a quick update, that guy Garcia looks like he's going to Uganda. He did not, again, I don't understand any about this. Here's the guy who, they sent him to El Salvador by mistake, as the judge had said, you can't send him back to his home country, you can send him somewhere else. So they brought him back because the Democrats wanted their murderers and gangbangers back. This guy Garcia is the wife beater. He is a member of the MS-13 gang. He has his own gang nickname, and he's been a human trafficker for years. He's been a part of a scheme, including with his boss, who arranges to have humans smuggled in and then sent to work at various places around the country. And Garcia got caught driving the car filled with these illegal guys who were humans smuggled into the country. And he was charged with it, not by the Tennessee police, but he was the guy who was called just an innocent Maryland father. He's a wife beater, an MS-13 gang member, and a human traffic smuggler, and they're going to let him go free without having to go to trial or be in court, and just send him to Uganda, where the official language is English. So it's not like he's going to have a hard time. I don't understand this. How could they let him get away and just send him to another country? And they're saying, well, we want to get rid of this man. He doesn't hurt Americans. Well, fine. How about after he gets out of prison? And again, what if he's not convicted or they don't? I don't know. I don't like. It's wrong. It's wrong. It's wrong. It's wrong. So just for the record. And Florida, gotta love this idea. And again, I don't know if you guys have seen any reaction on this, social media or otherwise, to the Florida new rules now. Every truck weigh station for the Sunshine State that has immigration enforcement now at the Florida Department of Agriculture and Consumer Services checkpoints along all the major interstate highways, and a brand new checkpoint station at the Florida-Alabama border along Highway 231. More pullover lanes are also planned for North Florida. Advanced X-ray technology to look inside the trucks as they pull up to the stations. And Florida's going to have ICE agents at every single one of these stations. So when a truck driver pulls in his rig, they're going to talk to him. And they're going to say, hi, do you speak English? And if he doesn't, guess what? Arrest, handcuffs, and they confiscate the load. So I'm wondering, I'll bet you right now the boardrooms at interstate trucking transport companies are going nuts because they know they have drivers who will not pass an ICE check at every one of the Florida interstate checkpoints. Holy smokes. Yeah, I can't believe we haven't heard in the news already that 7,000 truckers have been fired today. Seriously, you're going to have to change routes. You're going to have to see who is legal in your department of truck drivers so they can go to Florida. And by the way, every state should do this. Every conservative state run by a conservative or conservative legislature and governor should do the same damn thing. What a great idea. Put ICE agents at every interstate truck stop. Oh, man. Can you well, okay, now, wait a minute. We'd suffer. There'd be problems. Can you imagine how many loads of goods would be intercepted all across the country if, 30 or 40 states decided to have ICE agents at every interstate truck stop? Oh, man. And if they don't, and they're going to, can you speak English? And look at their license, look at their papers. Do they have a legit holy smokes.
Create more jobs for American truckers.
That's right. That's exactly.
I know it's hard to find truckers now, but
I wonder if it is or not. I don't know.
You see signs everywhere, always asking for truckers.
You see them on the backs of trucks. We're hiring. And I'll tell you, I thought about doing it. I definitely thought about doing it. I always wanted to be a long haul. When I was a teenager. I used to go. My buddies and I used to go beer when we were illegally underage. We used to go to this truck stop bar over across. It was across the state line in New York where we were drinking illegally, and it was a trucker place, and we had more fun, and they liked us, and it was the bartender woman was a really cool chick too.
Kind of like Freddie Mercury in that movie, hanging out the truck stop there. Yeah.
No, that bathroom in the back room.
No, they would serve us alcohol. That's right. The only place we could get a drink.
There'd be service.
Anyway. It's quarter of 6 already. In fact, one of the marriages I performed was to our girl DJ and her trucker husband, just for the record.
That's right.
5:45, Kimber, Pete, and Flounder on 106.3. How you doing?
Neil Bortz is only live on XTRA 106.3, bringing you daily commentary on the biggest topics of the day. Catch him throughout the day or hear his latest on the XTRA 106.3 app.
Are you looking for something simple but delicious, sweet but also savory? Discover Schumann Farms Sweet Onions. Schumann Farms is a third-generation family farm with the Real Sweet brand sweet onions. Whether you're grilling, sautéing, or simply adding a fresh crunch to your salad, Schumann Farms has you covered. Look for Schumann Farms Real Sweet brand sweet onions at your grocery store and taste the difference for yourself. Schumann Farms, the Georgia family farm growing tradition and the world's sweetest onions.
Need a great mover? Atlanta Peach Movers. There's no tree in our name. A full-service moving company referred by realtors. Local, long distance, storage, and packing. Moving soon? Call Atlanta Peach Movers. 770-441-3232. That's 770-441-3232. Or book online at atlantapeachmovers.com. Atlanta Peach Movers, proud partners of the Atlanta Realtors Association and official mover of the Atlanta Braves.
Here today with Evan Ward of Atlas Retirement. And Evan, I recently read an article that said 65% of those surveyed, they're more worried about running out of money in retirement than they are of death itself. So let's talk about some of the ways you can help our listeners replace that paycheck they've relied on for all these years in their working lives.
Well, it makes sense that they'd be scared of that because what do you do if you run out of money in retirement? You're going to go back to work? Who's hiring folks that are retired and physically and mentally you're going to be able to do that? And isn't the whole point of having a financial advisor so that you never have to worry about that again? So one of the ways that we do that is we build a fully comprehensive income plan so that we know there's money coming in every month that'll cover your bills, give you the quality of life that you're looking for, no matter what the market's doing, no matter how long you live. In some cases, regardless of what happens to you health-wise. So we can put plans in place to eliminate or at least mitigate all of those kind of risks every single person deals with in retirement.
I know a lot of our parents relied on pensions, but let's be honest, Evan, the pension is becoming a thing of the past, but there are ways for folks to create their own personal pensions, aren't there?
Yeah, so I'm a big proponent of do-it-yourself pension, but when we do the pension ourselves, the one negative with a pension is all the value in the pension goes away once you turn on the actual income. With the plans that we build, with the do-it-yourself pensions, you maintain that asset, or more specifically, your surviving spouse, your kids. And so you live forever. You get a ton of paychecks, and whatever's left over goes to the wife and kids, surviving spouse, beneficiaries, whoever that might be.
Call Atlas Retirement for a complimentary review of your savings and investments today. Call 678-736-7799. Again, that's 678-736-7799. Investment advisory products and services made available through Impact Partnership Wealth, LLC, IPW, a registered investment advisor.
Hey, this is John Flading from ATL Turfco. We're a family-owned and operated independent local company here in the Atlanta area. We've been in business for over 15 years. We install several different types of artificial grass. One is landscape, which looks like real grass for your lawn. The next one is pet turf. Pet turf is a little bit shorter than landscape, and it's more durable. And the other one is putting greens. If you can dream it, we can build it. Just go to atlturfco.com to schedule an appointment.
A couple years ago, I was in the bathroom at the airport when I dropped my smartphone in the toilet. Not smart. I was multitasking when I should have been focused on the job at hand. Embarrassing, but I'm not alone. According to Google, 7 million other multitaskers accidentally dropped their phones into the bowl last year. A gentle reminder that right now you can get yourself a brand new Samsung Galaxy A36 absolutely free with a $35 plan from Pure Talk. The A36 comes with scratch-resistant Gorilla Glass and a battery that'll last all day, along with unlimited talk, text, and data on America's most dependable 5G network. In other words, it's tough and smart. Something to think about next time you're multitasking in the necessary. Just dial pound 250, say keyword Mike Rowe to get your free phone today. You can make the switch in just 10 minutes. That's pound 250. Say Mike Rowe to switch to a no-nonsense smartphone and a company that actually stands for something. Pure Talk.
Brian Wilson showed up again. It had been several years. 1967, Brian Wilson performed live with the Beach Boys in Honolulu after a 2-year hiatus. They had just released Heroes and Villains, in America. And Brian Wilson came back. A troubled fellow, just passed away recently. Some birthdays: Gene Simmons, 76 years old today. Elvis Costello, 71 years old today. Let's see. A couple of musical things here as well. Musical history notes, which is kind of bizarre. 1962, a 17-year-old girl named Eva Narcissus Boyd had her one and only number one pop hit, The Locomotion. She had a capacity for hard work. The right place at the right time, though. She was in New York from her native North Carolina looking for work. A neighbor said, well, here's a job. They need a young professional Manhattan couple nanny. The couple happened to be Jerry Goffin and Carole King, members of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in the future, working for the legendary Don Kirshner as songwriters at Alden Music. They were cranking out tunes they hoped would be hits for the likes of Bobby V and the Shirelles. When it came time to cut a demo of a brand new song they'd written about a non-existent dance craze, Jerry and Carole King decided to reward Eva's hard work running their household and caring for their baby daughter by letting her pick up a few bucks for recording the demo vocals. Just to do the demo to see what it sounded like. Turned out to be the biggest tip ever given in the history of the American child care industry. Turned down by singer Goffin and King had in mind when they wrote for Dee Dee Sharp of mashed potato fame. When Alden boss Don Kirshner heard the demo of the song with Eva's vocals, he said it's a hit, as is. Do it right there. Don't even get her back in. Just release the damn thing. Can you believe it? She just did a fun demo as the babysitter. And this is the hit. The opening lyric, do everybody's doing a brand new dance now. Short-lived dance craze based on the little dance little Eva made herself fit into the song. It would be number one hit a second time in the cover by Grand Funk.
Grand Funk.
Yep. Only smash hit in the short singing career of Little Eva, who passed away in 2003. I think she was in her 50s. Anyway, now again, see, that was what I was trying to mention before. To me, the Locomotion is only Little Eva. To you, you probably can't stand It's got to be Grand Funk. And there are several songs like that, and that, I guess that's as it should be. And it's fine. And one more musical thing, kind of just for the fun of it here. On this day in 1975, it's been 50 years since Bruce Springsteen released his third album, Born to Cheat, with the songs Thunder Cheater, She's the One to Cheat With, Jungle Cheater, and so many more. Big 50 years ago today. And, every once in a while, there's something pops up on the internet about things that are 50 years old. Like, things that came out 50 years ago, and you look back and say, oh, my God, it was 50 years ago today? And that was one of them.
I sat in the back of my parents' Chrysler New Yorker with a 8-track player that was as big as my lap.
I'll bet it was.
And listened to that album on the 8-track all the way to Little Rock, and, basically just over and over and over again.
1975. 50 years ago. Holy smokes. Let's see. Kimmer Pete Flounder. We've talked before about how our parents have thrown out our baseball card collection. And my brother Gene and I, oh man, Mickey Mantle, Willie Mays, Duke Snider. We had them all on shoe by. God. Anyway, now here's a little rarity that just got sold for a record price. A rare autographed Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant card sold for just under $13 million. Topps Mickey Mantle card had the previous record, $12.6 million, sold in 2022. This is a 2007-8 Upper Deck Exquisite Collection Dual Logo Man Autographs Jordan and Bryant card. Now, I don't know what that means, but apparently this dual Logo Man thing is a thing. The most expensive card of all time was, most expensive sports collection item of all time was Babe Ruth's jersey in 1932 when he called his shot. This basketball card sold Saturday would have been Kobe Bryant's 47th birthday. He died in a helicopter crash 5 years ago. The Upper Deck released Exquisite. It's called the Exquisite. And it was mocked because it tapped into a demographic that was not interested in gimmicks. They just wanted the best of the best. They were adding patches and signatures, logo men. This was one of the first times logos from the jersey were used in this manner. But Exquisite was first. Exquisite paved the way. It's the pinnacle as far as modern card collectors are concerned. The only time there's been Jordan and Kobe autographed logo mans. Another one can't be created. I don't know what that is. What is a logo man? I mean, this is not a card. It's got to be a. Do you guys know what that is?
Cards in plastic.
But what's this logo man and patches and signatures? One of the first times the jersey used in this manner. It must be a whole. I haven't seen the picture. It must be a whole package presentation in glass or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Anyway, almost 13 million. Wow. Anyway.
That was Mr. Nice. What's his name? The guy from Shark Tank.
Oh, yeah. Now you would have to ask. I can't remember.
Mr. Happy?
Yeah, there you go. Who knows? 556. Skipper Pete and Flounder. 404-7. Oh, by the way, Sigma Chi's in trouble. The sweetheart of Sigma Chi. Sigma Chi is probably the most famous fraternity in the history of the world. And another one is SAE, Sigma Alpha Epsilon. Both of which are very familiar to the Kibber. Well, Sigma Phi at UGA is in trouble. Apparently, they were doing pledge misconduct and abuse. They were punching and beating the freshmen and forced them to drink too much alcohol behind but they could do it. They had to take videos chugging alcohol all through the summer. And because the Sigma Chi fraternity's off campus, they called the cops. And now they can't do any more rushing for a while or something. But I didn't know they were still doing stuff like that. Are they still doing? I guess they're still doing stuff like that. At this day and age, that doesn't really seem like, what. Does that seem real? Or I don't know. I guess, I can't feel like a kid, obviously. I can't relate. We did stuff like that in 1964, but not, these days. That doesn't seem right.
What's that on your chest, mister?
Pledge pin.
Pledge pin on your uniform.
Now drop and give me 20 in the horse manure. Flounder, I love it. Oh, mercy. Anyway, what a freaking day. Tonight's a big lotto, man, or the Powerball for what, 900 million, I guess, maybe $1 billion. I don't know. I haven't seen it. I don't know. I'll buy
700 last I saw, and Mega's 200 plus.
That's worth a couple bucks. Anyway, 5:58. We got another Flounder's Funny back there, I know for sure, as we ooze our way.
Hi, I'm Ben. I'm small. You guys noticed pretty much immediately? Yeah. I only weigh 125 pounds. All right, it's not that big. It's just a thing. It's not really like a... I said that at a show once. There's a woman in the crowd that just went, "Oh, no." I was like, "Ma'am, I'm small. I'm not in danger. It's not even windy out. I checked. I'm not going anywhere." I'm also only 5'5". I'm short and small, it's a fun combination that makes me look younger than I am. And I get it, I am a young person, right? But I am 25 years old, and my biggest fear in life is just 2 kidnappers making an honest mistake. Terrifying. My entire childhood, I would cringe at the sight of a Nissan Astro van every time.
Who's that, Flounder?
Mr. Ben Brainerd. Brainerd.
All right. Well, boys, have a great one, and tomorrow we do it all over again on a Tuesday at 106.3. It's only me and made it. Christine, sing me home, baby. I gotta go. You're killing me. Herb, look out.
Streaming across Georgia on the XTRA 106.3 app. This is WFOM and W292EV Marietta, a Dickey Broadcasting Station. XTRA 106.3.